There it goes. Get it. Get it. Come here. Come here, love. Fuck you. Found you. Look. Some say love is a fairy tale that some know very well, but some know very well scared as hell when you can no longer tell if the keys to your heart ain't the keys to a cell. Why is this hard? Why the most fail? Is love only fail when it's wrote in braille? I played against odds, but oh my god, forever I do is 100 broke cards. I ain't no mathematician, but don't bad math equal bad decisions? Why invest in what we can't envision? Where's success found in this business? Going debt, you pay the interest, it's a high percent, but you pay attention. Something inside craves more than you. Is it love, is it lies, could it all be true? Oh!
Some say love is worth believing, but how can I trust what I cannot see? It's hard as fuck, do you hear me screaming? It ain't that easy.
If love's a drink, pour some out for the deceased, then drink the punch. The code to love is a wholesome bunch. I'm just pissed cause the door is shut. Like, why do I miss the important stuff? Of course I feel like the course is fuck. Life's a horse dick and I feel it's nuts. I'm sorry, but don't mind me if it's hard to stand up. I've had enough, the games are played, the winners chosen, the losers made. I shoot you straight, no bullet hits as hard as fucking heartbreak. But hearts are retarded, to die for love, revive and restart it.
Some say love is worth believing, but how can I trust what I cannot see? It's hard as fuck, do you hear me screaming? It ain't that easy, it ain't that easy.
Some say love is. How can I trust what I? It's hard as fuck, do ya? Ain't that easy? Ain't that easy?
Love is lost, love is found, and love is gone. Love is fleeting. Love is lost, love is found, and love is gone. Fucking worth it, but it ain't that easy. Some say love is worth believing, but how can I trust what I cannot see? It's hard as fuck, do you hear me screaming? It ain't that easy, it ain't that easy.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression. No expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. And I feel the way that every child should. Sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and bit righted. I'm a little bit wrong. I'm a little bit righted. I'm a little bit wrong. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit wild.
This is the part where everybody conforms.
I can't believe it. Believe the lies. I won't believe it. I can't believe it. Believe the lies. I won't believe it.
This is the part
I won't believe it.
where everybody
I won't believe it.
conforms.
I won't believe it.
Conform.
I won't believe it. Leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it. But we need it. Ain't that the point? Before we leave here, back to the void. Now here's the secret. Don't be in a rush, cause we were meant to get caught up. We was meant to thrive, we was meant to fall. We was meant to die, but was we meant at all? Is it a big mistake? Is it a cosmic joke? Where everybody's laughing. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Check. This is the part. Yes. This is the part where everyone conforms. Examine the designated location.
This is the part where everybody conforms.
Dun, 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 putting you to sleep, bitch. Putting you to sleep. Proceed. Okay, guys, that's it. Drop in the shit. Bam. Hi. Hello, friends. Hello, loved ones. Oh, shit. Here they are. They're like, oh, you ready for that? It would expire. We have unexpected guests. Now that I see you before, the man who failed the mighty Titan. That's right, bro. That's me. I was the one. The Icon Slayer. That's right, bro. I'm glad my reputation precedes me. So glad about that. I was the badass motherfucker that y'all was warned about. Let's see. Streamer mode, bam. I like to wear my human skin outside in disguise. I see. The common without is not but a diversion. Allow me to hazard a guess. By eliminating me, you hope to undermine the garrison of Oshadins. How'd you know, fam? A bold strategy to be sure, but have you the strength to see it to fruition? Well, I guess we'll just have to see, won't we, bitch? Leave us. None of you are a match for him. Send word to Castrum Oshadins. Tell him the Lamentins are coming. Oh, yeah, real recognize it. At once, my lord. Like to wear my human skin outside in disguise. I can turn my body into something that you like. Come on. There it is. There she be. At once, my lord. Get out of here. Like to wear my human skin outside in disguise. I can turn my body 15 years have come and gone since Lord Van Belser first set foot in Eorzea, yet his ambition for the realm burns as strong as ever it did. Know you what fuels the adventurer? The desire to deliver the people from their suffering. Oh, the land has been conquered. Wait, the lands he has conquered were all beset with problems, poverty, starvation, lawlessness, and strife. My homeland was no exception. Had no lord not reached out and claimed it for the empire, it would eventually have destroyed itself. Well, that's what all dictators say, unfortunately. I don't know, man. But under his sage leadership, my people enjoyed such peace and stability as we had never known, and he only desires the self-same for the people of this realm. Under his rule, Eorzea would be free from the shackles which bind it, the shackles of false faith. Ooh, false faith, you say? There would be no feeble leaders or misguide the masses, and Acons to bleed the realm dry. No Acons to bleed the realm dry. True peace would reign, and the people would be free to live their lives without fear of persecution or oppression. Should you doubt the truth of my words, I bid you look upon me. I am no son of Garlean, yet Lord Belsar saw fit to raise me to a station of great honor. Like to wear my human skin. He measures a man not by his faith, but by his worth. Such is his sense of justice. By the grace of his excellency, I am where I was born to be, upon the field of battle. He has given me a noble cause to fight for, and worthy adversaries to smite. Oh, you getting real wordy, bro. Let's just throw hands, bro. Let's go, man. You talking that shit. Let's go, man. I am not wont to bear my steel needlessly, but if you are deaf to reason. This guy actually seems incredibly reasonable. I want to have that on the record. I think he is very reasonable. I could win my human skin outside in the... Yeah, I guess I am, bro. Look, my guy's like, I don't say shit. In the name of the Lord Van Balser, I, Rayton Saw Salvino, do swear to strike you down. Bro, you finna get fucked up, bro. Fucked up. First things first, bitch. Oh, I did fight you. And man, look, I was not paying enough attention. You gotta get a big old hug. Look at you. Bam. Okay, firstly. Yo, what's happening? Like to grandma? Let's see, we're gonna throw a little bit of this on you. Bam. And then we're gonna do a little bit of this right here. We're gonna do a little swift cast. We're gonna do a little, let's see, a little regen. Get a little regen going. You know what I'm saying? I like to wear my human skin outside in disguise. I can turn my body into something that you like. Look at you, fully resisted. Okay, so there's no point in hitting you with holy. I see. Okay, at least I know where I'm at. Okay, and I'm not gonna need those two motherfuckers at all. Let's see. We get what Lucid Dreaming does again. Okay, I don't need all that. I don't need that. That's okay, luckily. I like to wear my human skin. Okay, I gotta make sure to sprint. At some point, when this bitch hits those big ones, I gotta really sprint. Oh, I gotta hit you with that DOT. Hit you with that dot, shawty. Look at you. Okay. Like to wear my human skin. Oh shit, no. Regen. Did it work? Yep, got it. We all good. Like to wear my human skin. Look at you, fucking you up, boy. Like to wear my human skin outside in disguise. I can do something that you like. Look at you. And I got that hug off just in time. Region, what's up? Look at you. You looking real tired, my guy. Oof. Yes. Like to wear my human skin outside in the sky. In your face with it, bro. In your motherfucking face with this shit, bro. in your motherfucking face with this shit, bro. You ain't hit nobody. You ain't hit nothing, bro. Look at you. Let me get that dot going too. Come on with it. Come on with it then. Oh no. I gotta stay close to this bitch. I gotta stay close to him. I gotta stay in his face, bro. I gotta stay in his face. Gotta stay in his face. Get that regen going. Come on. Come on, come on. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We in there. We good. We Gucci. We Gucci. We Gucci. We Gucci. We Gucci. We Gucci. Come on, come on, come on. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Look, we just gonna go on. I'm about to get your ass. Yeah. What's up, bitch? What's really good? Ooh. That is aging, my lord. Yo, firstly, you calm down. Actually, you know what? Okay, let's go. I'm about to bust out this shit. Look, I done fucked up. Hey, queen. You all good? Get regen going. Boy, I am OP as fuck. Love you, queen. I can't pause it. Love you so much, you beautiful woman. I can't wait to keep streaming with you. It's gonna be so dope. Love you. Look at him. Look, you don't got your whole team fucked up now. Look at you, boy. You don't got your whole team fucked up. Like to wear my human skin outside in disguise. There's something that you like. Oh, I should have dropped that dot on you by now. I should have done it, but I got a little mixed up. Come on. Boom, come on, we good, we're good, we're good. I'm not worried about it. He's just laying there occasionally just blasting off. That's so funny. That's so funny. You ain't got nothing, bro. You ain't got nothing. Look at you. Gang, gang, gang. You bastard. Ha ha ha. No, it's okay, bro. It's all good. Yeah. Your conviction and courage will not be for naught. This I swear. Man, did you end, boy? Yar. Oh shit. Bro, yo. Here. Take a hug. Oh, a hug's not good enough all of a sudden? Okay. Like to wear my human skin. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god, please help me. Please help me. Let me see. Oh god. Okay, drop a dot on him. Oh my god, I did not expect that. Oh god, I thought it was over. His willpower is too strong. He is not going softly into that good night. He's not doing it. He won't do it. He will do no such thing. And you gotta respect that. You gotta respect that. Oh my god, this guy's going off, shorty. Look at him. Look at his ass. Ooh, baby, you hitting so hard. Why you gotta hit so hard, daddy? Why? Let me see. Okay. And I need to be able to see where my motherfucking thing is. Let me see. Get regen on here. I'm not seeing like the little... I know there's gotta be a little status bar telling me I got regen going, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Gotta stay close to this bitch. Gotta stay close to him. I can eat up his hard attacks. That's fine. That's fine. Gotta stay close. Where does it show? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't get out of range. Okay. Jesus Christ. That was genuinely scary. Okay. Ares, I'm still not seeing it. I'm still not seeing the regen shit, man. I know it's got to be there. I'm not seeing it. Oh, I see it now. I see it meow. Okay, cool. I need my little dude up there. Okay, great. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh Jesus Christ. And doom. Okay. God damn. Okay. Like to wear my human skin. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, got your ass. Got your ass. Got your ass. Regen. Come on. Oof. 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 Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you, player. Oh god. Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna do it, man. I feel pretty confident about this. I feel pretty good right now. Hey guys, how is everyone doing? I learned so much during this fight. So much. Go ahead and put that extra dot on you. Bam. No, dude, you will have no mercy from me. Thank goodness, bro. I don't want the mercy. I could do without it. Hold the mercy. Go ahead and throw that on. Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh my god. 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 Come on. Oh. Ah, victory is mine, bitch. Yeah. Rest in power, King. You did it. You did a good job. You seem like you had convictions. And I love that, man. Because it's, you know, everybody's complicated. All their reasons and shit. And this motherfucker was convicted that he was doing what was right. And boy, don't I respect it. And then he was down. And his willpower gave him more will to fight. Look, and he's still going. Ooh, I love this bitch. You're stronger than I expected. Yeah, you too, bro. Fuck yeah, man. Get up, bull. Let's go. But I have my honor. I cannot. I will not yield. I bet the main guy shows up and like knocks his ass off to the side. He's like, you're done here. Am I fighting still? No way. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, interesting. Yep, okay, fuck you. Okay, interesting. I don't know what to do. I'm binded? He's binded me? I can't go anywhere? Wow. Holy fuck, man. I cannot believe this G right now. Bro, I have so much respect for my guy right now, bro. I have so much respect for this cat. Oh my god, this is terrifying. Ah. Come on, die, you big bitch. Die, come on. I cannot believe this bitch just bound me. He's like, get over here. He is on some big scorpion energy. Let's go. Oh my god. Come on. Ain't nothing we can do about it. Look at him. He's still talking that shit too. He's like, nah, fam. I ain't finna let you escape with that. I'm like, bro, respect, man. Respect. You savage. You beautiful savage. Oh, man. I love this motherfucker's willpower right now. He's like holding on, doing the thing. I'm sorry I gotta be the one to dust you off, my guy. It's not personal. It's for a greater good. My team just believes in their shit, and I believe in the team. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta see you out the door, bro. Woo! Round of applause for this guy. This judge, he's got so much heart. Yes. He still ain't done. Bro, look at him. Look at this. I want to get him tattooed. You ain't failed shit, bro. There's nothing more you could have done. Lord Van Belsar. Yeah, he's the one piloting Ultimate Weapon. Hallelujah. Yeah. This motherfucker's a G, bro. He is a G. Oh my god, I love him. Marry me. Wow. So good. That light. The magic transporter. Magitech transporter. Strange Trees, are you there? With news of let's see, I gotta want to get his name right because he's amazing. With Ridaton. Ritatan? Ritatan. We'll say Ritatan. With this seed, you have sown the seeds of our ultimate victory. Thank you, thank you. Do what I can, do what I can. Mischief, hey buddy, how are you? Thanks for stopping by, man. This is such an intense fight. This is so good. The fading of that light presages an end to the Empire's tyranny. Ridditon Sas Arvina is no more. Let the next phase of Operation Archon commence. Yes. Oh, man. Dude was amazing, though. Oh. He was so good. Tisai, it seems you've done it again, strange trees. I'd raise a tanker to you, but I'm afraid you've no time to savor the victory. There's still a small matter of infiltrating Castrum Meridianum and destroying the ultimate weapon. Wow. I know. No rest for the potentially gifted. Now stop feeling sorry for yourself and make your way back to the Immortal Flames encampment. The communication officer will issue your orders. I'll be awaiting with the main host. Wow. Still gotta go in and do ultimate weapon. Fuck. That's gonna be tough. Tough. Ooh. La Habrea. Lord Hydralin, your minion comes, bringing the light. Alas, the gates of the void already stands open. Soon, darkness shall consume all, and you shall bow before the one true God. Hey, welcome back, Billy. How you doing, boy? He's a Brooklyn boy. Might take some getting used to. Oh, that was so satisfying, bro. You would not believe. That motherfucker died with so much honor. The Perfectus. Slain? Impossible. He was such a G. Irregrettably so, my lord. At the hand of the Icon Slayer. If the Centurion who survived the attack is to be believed. Hello, Apollo. Dude, I cannot believe that fight I was just in. I was so hyped, dude. The fucking the honor and the fucking the way that motherfucker fought Ridditan. Do you know how to say his name? Ritatan or some shit.
God, I can't I can't remember it. But yeah, I know who you mean.
It was so good. I was like tripping. I was like, oh my God, I don't even want to kill him because he's such a G. Like, he believed in his shit so hard. It's so great.
It's so funny because the original fight was they changed it all recently and kind of one of the updates, because that fight used to be such a sad bitch fight.
Oh man, well this still, I couldn't believe it. It's like he beat his ass. He's like, nah, I'm not done yet. I'm like, whoa. He's like, bro, we bringing peace. Like, he really believed it. You know what I mean? Like, he was sold on the mission, and he held out. Like, that's who you want on your team right there. Dude was a G, bro. I love him. I might get a tattoo.
It used to be just a sad, one-sided 8v1 beatdown.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you'd get into the, like, I'd usually get it on my roulette, because it shows up, like, in your daily roulette. And we'd get in, and, like, the big joke would hit where people were like, oh, God, oh, no, I can't believe we got this fight. Oh, God, okay, guys, we all gotta get ready. Remember the strat. And then we all just go beat him down in, like, 2 minutes and leave.
You're done here. You're fucking done here. Oh my God, amazing.
And, like, all the new people would be like, wait, what? And it's like, no, we were just fucking with you. This is the easiest fight in the game.
That's so fun. That shit was amazing, and it was like the most involved fight I had to be a part of, and I just, 5 stars from me. I think, is this the end of A Realm Reborn without spoiling it? Was that the last fight?
You're getting close.
Because Meshach kept telling me about, Hades, my roommate, kept telling me that there was a fight that was hard as hell to get through. You had to fight it by yourself. And I think that was it, what I just did. I beat the judge, Ritatan Van Envira or some shit. He was amazing, though. This bitch was so good. And I'm going to go ahead real quick. Hi, Katmir. How are you, sister? I'm going to go ahead, though, and read the storyline so I can move on. Let's see what we got. And thank you so much for joining me, Apollo. Oh, my God. Regrettably so, my
I'm
lord.
Still alive. I'm still alive.
Ah! Wait, hold on. Were you sick?
No, it was more of just a lot of emotional drama instead of
Okay, that's right. I was like, I knew you were sick a while ago. You had the shit a while ago, but that's right. You had to check out early the other night. I'm so glad that you're doing good. That is fantastic. Let me read through this so we can just sit there and bullshit. I'll just like do a bunch of little chore stuff while we. I would love to hear, whatever you'd like to share as always. So let's see what we got. Regrettably so, my lord. At the hand of the Acon Slayer, if the Centurion who survived the attack is to be believed, and why wouldn't he? Oh, Ritatan. Oh, that sexy bitch. I love Ritatan. Where were his men when he faced the enemy? Fleeing as their commander yielded up his last breath? If it should prove they question is right, I cannot speak for them, my lord. Shit, I don't know. Ooh, he looks so salty about it. Look at you. Look at you. You mad. Be happy. Beg pardons, my lord, but there is more. The Maelstrom has laid siege to Castrum Osidius. Likewise, the Crimson Fleet moves to blockade Castrum Marinum. And I hope everybody's having a fabulous night. Thank y'all for being here. And me and my wife totally found a new niche. Now, Thursday and Friday, she's going to be painting while I'm doing music. And both of us are so happy about it. So this is their answer.
Hell yeah.
So happy about it. So fucking stoked on it. Very well, we will crush them as we crush the icons. Go forth and show them the futility of their resistance. Yes, my lord. Okay, boom, 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 a boom, 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 boom. Okay, fantastic. Okay. Fuck this place. Dude, so yeah, how have you been, man? Like, what's going on? I'm gonna go to the Golden Saucer. Like, is there anything you feel like talking about, or would you rather kind of just move past it?
So, a bit of both. I don't necessarily mind talking about it, it's just... a couple days ago, when I was at work, I got a text from my little sister, and she's like, hey, can you help us pay the HBO Max this month? Which I never mind doing, because if I ever need help with, like, small bills like that, they'll help me. So I was like, before I even got a chance to reply, she goes, yeah, I was gonna ask Mom, but I feel bad, because she just spent a bunch of money bailing Cody out of jail, and that's my older brother.
Ah, yeah.
And, like, immediately, that was, like, a, like, psychic nail in my heart. And I was just like, oh.
Sorry, dude. Super sorry.
And I literally, just word for word, I was like, okay, well, now I'm mad. And she's like, oh, and I was like, no, look, I'll send you the money, just don't worry about it. And then but literally that, like, ruined my entire day to the point where, like, in tears, I walk over to one of my bosses, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna sit down for a minute, and then I'm gonna get back to work in the cooler. And he looks at me, and he just goes, yeah, are you okay? And I look at him, and I'm just like, do I fucking look okay? And I was like, I'm gonna be back. And so I walked off, and I went to one of the rooms in the back just so I could just have, like, a breakdown.
Dude, let me say, small interjection, super proud of you for finding peace and understanding with your mother and where she stands in it. And so kudos. And I am sorry that it has such a big trigger. I'm sorry you went through it, but good job, really. Keep going.
No, it's trust me, I'm not that big. It's gotten to the point where to make it easier, I've just stopped thinking of her as a mother.
Well, I hope you leave room for that to evolve over time.
I know that's. Yeah, no, I know it's. At this point, it's only because I can't imagine if I were if anyone else's mother had done the things that she had done, I would be furious. And when I mention what she has done to my friends, they're furious. And I'm just like, okay, then this is not how a mother acts.
Right. No, I mean, my mother...
At this point, if she's not going to treat me as her child, I can't do anything about it.
Right. Well, I'm definitely sorry about that. I really, really, really. My mother was definitely my biggest abuser growing up, and I only lived with her for a few years. And then I bounced around foster care in 3 different states, you know, all of this. And, yeah, and so I know it's complicated at least. And so I wish you the best of luck through the complications of it, especially when it comes to, well, you know, no need rehashing all of it. I know it's a very uncomfortable subject. So,
No, yeah,
so I'm proud of you for
Yeah.
holding it down and you know, letting that breathe a little bit. And I hope that like in all things, you know, the final word hasn't been said. You know what I mean? Like in the end.
No, it's just more of our relationship has always been. I moved out as soon as I hit 18. Literally, as soon as I hit 18, a couple days later, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go live with Dad." And
Right,
there was
outta
no
here.
like. I guess it should have hit me then when there was no argument, no fighting, no. Why would you want to live there? Why don't you want to live with me? Maybe I should have like kind of gotten a bigger clue then, that she accepted it so gracefully.
Well, that
I
could
mean, she's
potentially be a
definitely always
misread.
welcomed me. I know that I have a place in her heart somewhere, but it's at the bottom of the totem pole, and I've decided I don't want to be there.
That's tough to feel like that. It is hard to feel like that. So I'm definitely sorry. I hope that isn't the case. And if it is, I hope, you know, she finds some enlightenment in it. You know, and like I said, all I could really say is
No, she's gotten. I think she knows that she was never maybe the greatest to us growing up, and I think that's part of why she's still trying so hard to help him, even though, because I think she's overcompensating and
right.
trying her very hardest to, you know, for all of us. Because like whenever I visit, because I don't mind visiting, whenever I visit, she will bend over backwards. Like she'll always make sure my favorite drinks are there, and she'll cook some of my favorite foods, and we'll hang out, we'll watch TV, and it's like,
That's cool, right?
this is
yeah.
really nice. Why
Yeah.
can't, you know, why can't it be like this? Like, you know, and it's just like, yeah, this is great. And then I leave, and then we won't talk for another month, and then she's just like, how have you been? And I'm just like, you know how I've been. It's, I mean, or at least you.
Do you
like,
feel
it's been
like
a
the
month, what
month
do you
time
think?
span is like too much? Yeah, Villain Norris, please feel free. Feel free. Let's go. Do you feel like is that what you're saying? You kind of feel like offended by the time spans in between y'all's contact?
It's a little bit. It's kind of like I 100% understand that it's a two-way street for conversation.
Yes,
I get
absolutely.
that. I understand that.
Right.
You know, if I want something, I have to reach out as well.
Right.
But I spent so long reaching out myself, where eventually you just get tired of always being the one reaching out, and it's
I
like,
do
why
understand
can't
that. Yeah.
I be the one who's worth waiting? You know, like, why can't I be the one that waits, and then they reach out to me?
Right. Well, and that makes me wonder if she knows what kind of balance you're looking for, because some parents like way overdo it, and they're like calling their kid every night, and then, you know, they're at work like, my mom won't quit calling me, and then, you know, there's some people that are, you know, just kind of let it breathe and do its thing until the time's ready. I don't know. It's interesting. I have no idea. I'm totally ignorant to y'all's dynamic and chemistry and just all the things, but
No, I'm not a person like, and again, I don't mind. I wouldn't actually mind that, like, the month to month thing if, you know, it felt like there was more to talk about. Like, it feels more like she's just making sure I'm not dead than reaching out to actually see how I've been in the past couple weeks. The conversation will be like, usually it's not a call, it's a text. It's just, how have you been? I miss you, love you, and then I'll just be like, oh, love you too, miss you too, maybe I'll visit sometime, and then there's nothing more. There's no substance to it, so
Right.
it feels very, like, perfunctory, like, yes, I am this person's mother, I should say hello to them. Instead
Interesting.
of, this is the child I raised who I care about, I want to know what they've been up to.
So do you think that the problem lies in like her effort or in her ability to communicate with you? Because communications fall down for lots of reasons. An effort is usually the first one that
I
it's easiest
think-
broke down, you know.
I think it has to do a lot with maybe how she was raised and how she raised us.
Just from maybe a less
And
emotional
I think
age or time or family? Or
she's
like a
always been-
empathetic, maybe? Like less empathetic family?
I think so. Our family is very, I don't want to say it's like insane, it's not, but it's a very kind of loose dynamic. She was definitely raised in that era where the child is obedient, you are seen and not heard. It's rude to ask questions.
Yeah.
I get that. I understand it. It's a learned behavior. Like growing up, we for a time we lived literally right next door to my grandma. As in, it was like not even a block distance away. There was like a small sidewalk.
It's like a real tight-knit family energy going on.
Yeah, you know, like the house we lived in was actually a grandma's, and basically we rented it from her. You know.
Oh, right.
And
Gotcha.
you know, it was always, you know, we're the grandkids. We love to go see grandma. We'll hang out, you know, blah blah blah. But our mom would actually try and stop us because she didn't like that it seemed like we would ask for things. She was very bad about
appearing
it's not like she
independent.
Things. She thought it was rude to, even from family, to like ask for favors or things, or just as simple as going over and being like, "Hey, grandma, do you have food?"
Yeah, lots of
Like,
people.
or
That's a
do you have
very
snacks or
common,
something?
a very
Like, she
common
didn't like
problem.
that.
People, I've seen it very common in humans to, and I've been guilty of myself to have a hard time reaching out for help. This is all super interesting. I'm loving this. This reminds me of like. Real quick, my wife, her mom, like she moved down. She had some tension with her mom, and there was this one in particular meeting where they met at like an IHOP and they talked. And my wife asked her if she wanted to hear about the stuff that she hadn't heard about growing up. You know what I mean? That she had gotten into some stuff, and her mother said no. But she didn't realize at the time, at least in retrospect, this is, me and my wife have talked about it, and this is kind of my conclusion, I think hers too. She didn't realize at the time how important it was to hear what her daughter wanted to say. You know what I mean? And so it kind of left a strain and some mixed signals for some years. But you know, I just don't think she would have even started to begin to think about, you know, it was kind of like, for her, it was like, you know, no, live your life, you know, whatever you did is fine. I'm not going to judge it. Do your thing. You know, she was like raised very conservative, even though they're like, because the family's very conservative, they've like accepted all the alternate lifestyles that their kids have undertaken. Not alternate, but like non-traditional, if you will, lifestyles. And, and so, yeah, just communication breakdown. So I'm sorry, please go on with your story.
No, it's
It was on my brain. I was like, I gotta throw it out. You said,
yeah, and it's kind of it's made me realize that my relationship with my mother was very different than my sister's relationship with her. Not in a huge way, you know. She was never like, oh, an evil, neglectful mother. You know, she was never. She was a single mom who worked. I know that she worked tirelessly to take care of us.
That's awesome.
I get that.
Yeah,
she was always very busy, and I can't be mad about that. When my father, when it comes down to it, not a reliable man. I completely get that. I cannot blame her for the divorce. It was the best thing she could have done.
Really.
And my sisters, no, 100%. They did not, like, the way they acted.
Not compatible.
Divorced, I cannot imagine how it would have been if I had to live in the same house as that.
Right. Well, that's cool to
Like,
see, man. Yeah, that's some good perspective. Yes.
No, yeah. And my sister's father, he wasn't much better. He was around a bit more, but he never actually really properly lived with us for long.
Oh.
And it was never like, for me, there was never a moment where like, oh, this is your dad. You know, he was always just, oh, that's my sister's father. And then he was kind of out of the picture, but he'd like pick them up and they'd go and visit. And, you know, they'd do their own thing. It was a very kind of weird dynamic, but both fathers were very kind of useless in helping with financial things. So again, she, despite having, you know, two she never got married to him, but despite having, you know, two quote unquote exes, she still had to kind of handle everything on her own.
Yeah, respect, man. Respect to the single parents out there. Being a parent, I've always been financially responsible. Like day one, able to work. I'm working multiple jobs, saving money, all this shit. But to raise kids on your own, like I couldn't even imagine. Like the time and money and attention and all that, like it's like because you only have so many hours in a day. It's like when you're young, it's like the day's just open and you can do whatever you want, especially after high school. You know what I mean? But then like you get a job, your hours go away, but then you get a job in a relationship, there's more time, and then kids, and then you get entrenched in your hobbies or take on careers with projects and stuff, and it's like, man, there's really only so much time to do things. It's just crazy. You gotta make a cut somewhere. It's like
we always had a lot of like fend for yourself nights, and that's why that's part of why I enjoy cooking, is because I was real young and I was like, all right, if I want the meals I want, if I want the food I want, or if I want to eat, I'm gonna have to cook.
Right. It's time for me to do it. Make it fucking happen then.
It never became like a source of bitterness for me. Like I'm very glad I was able to enjoy it instead of hate it.
I love that.
Because I love cooking. That's despite our strained relationship, me and my mom actually have a lot in common. We both love old TV shows, and we both watch MASH and Charmed and Buffy and things like that.
Oh, I love all of it. Well, not
the
MASH,
same
but
movies.
Nice.
Like I remember the first time I ever saw Oh Brother Where Art Thou, it was with her, and we were like, oh my god, this is a great movie. And she's like, oh, I can't believe you like it. It was never that there was no love between us, but it would be small things where I would kind of realize that I wasn't necessarily what she wanted from a daughter, because I was definitely a tomboy. I went through the tomboy phases, I went through the emo phase, the scene phase, and I have a very vivid memory of her and my sisters on the family computer doing some online shopping on it was American Eagle or Abercrombie or something, and they were picking things out. And I remember going over and I was like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, well, what do you want? And I went to the Hot Topic site, and her kind of demeanor immediately changed. And instead of being as eager to pick things out, she was kind of like, oh, well, we'll see. And that was something that stuck with me. And I was just like, oof.
Yeah, she didn't quite know how to accept that or embrace that at that point. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah,
And Mischief, congratulations. I hope you find a new job.
Over things that she liked.
Right, yeah. Well, did that get better over the years, do you feel like?
I wouldn't say as much as she's never come to be curious about the things I'm up to or what I'm into, but she became more accepting of just kind of it in general. Right,
the lifestyle or vibe and aesthetic, if you will. Right.
Yeah, there's never been a moment where she was like, oh, I know you watch those animes or you play those video games. There's never a moment of trying to meet me where I am. It's more of, we'll just bring up old topics that we've always kind of known were safe.
Right. It sucks whenever it feels like you plateaued in a relationship like that. And so I hope, y'all are both growing and learning and shit like that. So I hope along the way, y'all find ways, because, it's so unique to find somebody and share that much history and that much common stuff. And so I hope over the years, y'all find ways to more creatively bridge the gap. And let me say, Mischief, what kind of job are you looking for right now, bro? Tell us about it, man. Tell us about it. Maybe somebody here can get you a job. And let's see, he said, my dad just skipped say because he had warrants and I barely heard from him since LMAO. Dude, I am so sorry, bro. That's definitely my mom. She be the type. That's wild, man. I'm sorry. I hope he gets all of his affairs with the King's men when come time. God damn, that sucks, dude. I'd sell crack at this point.
Yeah.
He's Mischief that I'd sell crack at this point. Whatever it takes to get out of this job, I'm done. You are so funny, Mischief.
Look,
God
if you
damn,
want to be
son.
where the money is, you got to do furry art.
Boom. Boom. You cannot receive a retired chocobo registration form for race chocobos less than rank 40. Proceed and Jungle General will become property of the Mandeville Gold Saucer. Cool. Wait, hold on. You cannot receive a retired chocobo registration form. I'm trying to understand what this means. Perhaps I don't know if you've gotten into the chocobo racing, but they're saying
Not as much. Sorry, read it to me. What is it saying specifically?
I'm going to retire my chocobo. And it says, you cannot receive a retired chocobo registration form for race chocobos less than rank 40. And mine is over rank 40. I just got into rank 60. I was at 40 and I'm over 60. Proceed and Jungle General will become property of the Manderville Gold Saucer. Is that what my other one did? Let me see. You know what? It's okay. I'm going to look up a how-to breeding chocobos. Just so I don't do all that work. Let me see. How to breed chocobirds. Uh-huh. My mom paid him off years ago, and I think he showed up once. Oh, talking about the... Hold on. When you said just skip state, I thought you meant like, this is something that just happened. That's crazy, bro. Okay, so it's been a minute. I got you, man. Damn. Okay, let's see. Okay, retiring your chocobo. Retiring your chocobo is required in order to breed it, and while we can rent breeding stock chocobos to breed with. Really? You can rent breeding stock chocobos to breed with? You cannot breed 2 chocobos if they are both rented breeding stock. One of them must be yours. I didn't realize that. Speak to the race chocobo trainer NPC in Chocobo Square to retire your chocobo. Note that this is a permanent action. You will not be able to race them, blah, blah, blah. It kind of sucks, but it's something that they will change, blah, blah, blah. When you retire your chocobo, it will ask you to praise one of your chocobo's abilities. This is essentially asking you which of your 2 abilities would you like to make hereditary and potentially pass on to your next chocobo. For your first chocobo, this choice will be trivial as you only have 1 ability to begin with, so just choose the one you have. For subsequent chocobos, you may decide which are your current abilities, blah, blah, blah. Upon retiring the chocobo, you will receive an inventory item called a retired chocobo registration form. Hold on to it. Okay, but I think he said he can't give me a form. Let me see. Let me make sure that's what it said. Dude, how long ago was that, Alyssa? Thank you for sharing that shit, man. That's some, like, real tough shit, man. Like, really. I'm sorry that fucking happened, bro. I really, really am. You cannot receive a retired chocobo registration form for race chocobos less than rank 40. But I'm not less than rank 40. You know what I mean?
And you only have the 1 chocobo?
Yeah.
Like, do you only have 1 racing chocobo, or do you have more?
Yes, I have 1 chocobo, and I've retired 1 chocobo. See, look, let me see what rank he is. And I wish he would say right here. Let's see. Yo, Larry. Jesus Christ. Who we breeding? What are we breeding? You silly bastard. I hope you're doing great, fam.
Hey, Apollo, may I ask you a quick question?
Hey, Billy.
Hello.
Apollo? I don't know if you can hear me.
Sorry, you're cutting out.
Oh, I am? Can you hear me now? Oh, I'm still cutting out?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I was going to ask you, by chance... Oh, I'm still cutting out again? It might be where I'm at. Hold on.
Could also be my shitty internet.
No, it's definitely me because of my phone. But alright, I don't know if you can hear me now, though.
Yeah, I can hear you much better.
Okay, good. So I was gonna say,
Davis.
If you don't mind me asking, did you by chance tell your mother that you would like her to call you more often?
No, admittedly I have not, and I know that's part of obviously why I'm not getting as much contact from her.
Oh.
But right now I'm very much in a passive-aggressive state of being upset with her.
I want to admit that I'm very, very guilty for doing this exact same thing from your mother's side. I have a hard time, like, for the past, I've had a hard time understanding certain things that people, like, empathetic stuff. Like, I didn't know that people wanted to be called. I didn't know that people wanted to be reached out to. I had a hard time understanding why people value their birthdays so much also. And it took somebody from the outside to tell me, hey, what you're doing feels like you're don't care. It looks like you have no reason to interact with us. Like you have to show it somehow. And I didn't know that that's what I was doing. And your mother might not know that. And honestly,
it's
yeah, and I had nothing personal against any of these friends, and I didn't even know there was a problem until they brought it to my attention, and all of them felt the same way, that I just don't get attached very easily. And also, I remember a partner of mine, she had a sister and like a couple other sisters, and she was always complaining that her sister was always getting more attention and getting babied, but her sister was doing horrible things, just like going out late, crashing her mother's car, stealing other people's car, just doing really dumb stuff. But my girlfriend, she went to school, she did everything correctly, and she didn't understand why is her mother always babying this little sister, but she never cares about me. And I just had to make her realize that it's because you're so tough. Her mother knows that you can take care of yourself. She doesn't have to baby you, and because of that, like that's why she doesn't feel like she has to hold your hand. But for your little sister who's doing all that crazy stuff, she feels like, oh yeah, I gotta make sure she doesn't mess up, because who knows what's gonna happen to this little girl. Well, even though she wasn't a little girl, she was a grown-up woman at that time. But it's a very different perspective, and I just wanted you to know, I don't think what's going on with your mother sounds intentionally against you, and it sounds like she's has a good relationship with you somehow.
No,
like you guys...
I truly believe she is. Yeah, no, I truly believe she is fully unaware of kind of the mental phantoms that she has passed down, and I get that, but it's at this point, it's bringing it up would. She's changed a lot from how she used to be. She was able to move kind of out of the state she was. She has a few less burdens. She's in a better place, I think. Work-wise every now and then, so she's dating again, and he's a really nice guy, so she's definitely mellowed out and changed a lot. And at this point, I just don't want to bring up these things. Like I called her a few Christmases ago, like 2 Christmases ago. She messaged me and she was like, oh, blah blah blah, I want you to come over for Christmas, and I don't mind, I usually try and visit for like one of the holidays. And then she was like, oh, your brother's gonna be there. And I called her, like, crying, because I was like, I don't get why you don't understand why this hurts me, like, blah, blah, blah. And finally she was like, okay, don't worry, I'm gonna, I'm telling him he's not welcome, blah, 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 this and this. And, so I did visit, but it's like, even after that, like, she'll keep making the same mistakes. Like, we'll talk and she'll bring him up, and I'm like, I've talked about this every phone call we have. If you mention him, it just makes me upset, and I'm just gonna hang up. And she goes, yeah, I just wanted to... No.
Right.
You know that I don't want updates on him. I've told her, and I've told my father verbatim.
Maybe in a couple of years we can reapproach it. Yeah. It's like, give it some time. Let that shit breathe. That is tough, but I think Villain brings up a really good point, or some really good points, and I'm glad that y'all are both open to talk about it like this and about it. Such deeply personal stuff, so good, and yeah, effort versus ability. It seems like both of y'all want it and are trying to figure. Y'all are both trying to figure it out. So I look forward to hearing about that. We got holidays coming up. I'm like, all right, Apollo, what you doing? Where's the holiday?
I'm not sure. Usually half the reason I'll give in and I'll visit anyway, even if it might be upsetting, is because my roommates have, like, they also have complicated relations with their family, which is part of why I also have, like, I have bad reviews of basically every friend I have. I've never met a friend who has, like, decent parents, so it's also skewed my idea of parents, and I have a very heavy, like, judgment of them, because I've never seen one that measures up. So I'm very critical about it, and so, I'm one of those people who definitely gets mad for my friends. And also, now that I'm an adult, and, I can't get in trouble with my parents, my friends don't let me come and visit anymore because I'm not afraid to pop off at their parents.
Oh
I'm
no!
like, what are you gonna do? The most you
Definitely
can do is ask me to leave. Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to put them in that place, so I don't argue. Like I'm not gonna, because that'll just put strain on what's already strained. So whatever.
May I ask
But,
you another question, Ben? Since you've never seen a physical example of a good set of parents, would you ever consider being a parent? Do you think that you can break the cycle?
Interesting questions.
So I think if I was ever blessed enough to be in a very stable financial spot, I think
And
I could
emotional.
definitely raise a child. Yeah,
Dude, Larry, let me say real quick.
That's definitely.
Larry, I feel like
Wait,
that. I
wait,
feel that.
Let me.
Sorry, I have to address this. I feel that so hard, Larry. So fucking hard. And
No, exactly.
I take on my own. I'm like, I'll take care of my person because it's my person. But I get it, and I'm not against boundaries and all that stuff. I have so much family that's into so much crazy hard stuff. And sorry, so y'all go ahead. I just had to answer Larry back right here.
No, yeah. No,
love you, Miss.
let me. Sorry, let me real quick. Just
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
starting from a financial standpoint. If I was secure and if I had no worries about it, I think yes, I could raise a child in a very stable and loving environment. I think to enter the emotional standpoint, I don't think I would necessarily not love my child, be it adopted or mine, but I know that it'd probably be a weird kind of flip. Like, I would definitely love a child. If I'm adopting a child, it wouldn't be just like out of a duty. It'd be because, okay, this is a child I want,
Right.
for whatever reason. So yes, there would be probably some love. I don't think I would necessarily fuck up the child.
Okay.
I think I would do better than my mother. But I can't claim that I would definitely be up to the standard of the parent that I want. I would not be able to reach my own standards, but I feel like I'd reach a standard higher than what I got.
That's honest.
These are
That's
thoughtful
honest.
questions and answers. I'm loving this, guy.
No, yeah, I am a very self-reflective person.
Well, let's do this. Let's ask Billy, man. What about you, bud? You think kids are in Villanoris' future? We're gonna have some more little Brooklyn bastards running around?
I will be honest.
Yeah.
I do have a son.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Okay,
Oh,
I know
baby.
I'm very open about a lot of things.
Mhm.
This is the only thing that I choke up on.
Okay. Well,
But
we're not
I'll get
gonna.
into
Yeah.
that. I'll get into that later, though.
Okay.
When you
Yeah,
said the
yeah,
whole, you'll definitely love your child. That I think is a great thing. That at least like you'll know that for sure. Being emotionally available and also being able to suppress whatever might be going on with you in the current times. I think that's the hard part. Because a lot of parents, they'll have a lot of things going on, and then
yeah.
not letting that affect their child is the hard thing. Because I don't know what was going on with your mother. I didn't know, because you said that she was having a hard time with her partner, which was your father. And trying to raise up a child at the same time is just extremely hard. Even if you have financially stable, being emotionally, I guess, leveled is good too. Yeah.
She was never unloving towards us, but she definitely wasn't she wasn't a mom who took time to sit down and play with us. She was more of kind of just watch us and let us do our own thing. She definitely wasn't a very hands-on parent. But she was, there. She did what she did love us. She kept a roof over our heads. She made sure, we had food. Like she did her very best for us. It's just, it did not measure up to what we all needed, and we all kind of ended up a little messed up. And it's not that she didn't try her best. It's just that she didn't have what she needed to be able to be the better for us.
Well,
it's not her fault.
That sounds like a pretty mature view on it.
Ended up with a lot of her anxiety. you know.
And that, yeah, and the older I get, I imagine going through the same struggles that my parents went through, and like the little task I hit, and I'm
could
like,
not have
oh
done
man,
it.
I pick up my first couple addictions, vices, and different things throughout my adult years. I'm like, oh shit, I could see. Thank goodness I was able to pull this back, but I could easily see how I could get caught up in the same shit, whether it be vices or bad habits or whatever have you. Man, I am loving all this open sharing. If I could though, real quick guys, just so I can keep progressing through the story, I'm gonna take a second and get this mission going, because it's gonna throw me in there. So we can all take this moment for a little bit of reflection and genuine big thank yous, because this is good, man. You know, I hear this as a child to a parent, and also as a parent. And this shit is just fucking, it's brain crack. I love it. This is awesome. So give me just a few seconds. Let's see. With the death of the Prefectus, Operation Archon has entered its second phase. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom moves to blockade Castrum, Osiris, and Castrum Arenum. And far at the east, in the Black Shrouds, the Order of the Twin Adder advances upon Castrum Orions. Already you have done much to advance our cause, performing such feats as are worthy of song. But if our plan is to succeed, more is required of you. Let me know when your preparations are in order, and I shall relate to you the particulars of your next mission. Listen, don't you worry about my particulars. I keep telling people that. Like, my particulars are my business. But there they go, just all up in my particulars. That's okay. That's okay. I forgive you. Just don't touch my particulars. All right, let's see. The Allied Communications Officer has a task that can only be performed by the hero of the Alliance. That is I. Phase 2 of the operation is presently in motion. Our brothers and sisters in the Maelstrom are holding their own against Garlean forces upon Vibran in the Rotano Sea. Ere long, the third phase will begin, and you must take to the field once more. The Immortal Flame shall strike at Castra Meridium by the way of diversionary maneuver. While the Garleans are thus locked in battle, you are to infiltrate the stronghold and bring down the Magitech field that surrounds the Praetorium. The staging point for this mission lies in the shadows of Castrum Meridium in northern Thanalan, and this is where you must go. On your way there, however, I should ask that you make a brief stop at Camp Blue Fog, one of our key outposts in the area. Love that name. The garrison, I am told, is in low spirits, and it would do our troops well to see the hero of Cape Westwind appear before them. For the good of our cause, please stoke the fire in the hearts. And guys, I hope everyone out there is doing great. Everyone in the chats and in the viewing. Let's see. Okay, so I got my mission, but he's sending me here. Let me pop over here, because I'm looking to get engaged. They're shuffling me around here. 2 more seconds. I'm pretty sure as soon as I pop over here, he'll just have like 40 things to say and then send me on my merry. Yeah, you notice every time I pop on this chocobo, it's like you're triggered, you're programmed into my brain. It's like, Apollo, I just hear yourself. It's like, get on that chocobo. I'm like, okay. All right, Flame Sergeant, send me in, coach. I swear, Apollo's voice gets in my head every time. I'm like, okay. Private Live. Yours is a welcome presence here at Camp Blue Fog. Logistically speaking, we are ready to march on Castrum Merindum at a moment's notice. Alas, while their troops are here in body, their minds are anywhere but. I get that. The garrison's mood is dark. So daunting is the prospect of joining what may prove to be the bloodiest battle in history. With a hero such as you walking among them, we may yet rekindle the dwindling embers within their soul. That's right. Look at me. I'm a hero. Look at me. Everyone get emboldened. Let's go. Fight to the death. Yes. Yes. Let's go. Did I do it? Am I doing it for your soldiers? Yep. Okay. Raising that morale. Private Live, I mentioned that I was hoping you might raise the flagging spirit of the men and women of our garrison. Worry not. It is no unnecessarily the laborious task that we ask of you. The mere presence of such a hero as you walking in the midst would no doubt serve to restore them in a measure of morale. And so I ask of you this. Make your way to the Cerulean Proceedings plant and report to General Guban once you have arrived. And Godspeed, Private Live. Our troops are counting on you. No problem, Private Live. I may start going by that in IRL. Oh man, so holidays are always weird. Like I was adopted at 16, and I had a very complicated relationship with my adopted family. I was only there for a few years. You know, I finished out in high school. I got married to a teacher while I was in high school, and and it's now been like long enough to where I can like talk about that shit freely. We looked it up the other day. Even aggravated rape only has a 15-year statutory limitation. So it was so anyway, so I got married at 17 to my teacher, and moved out immediately and got doing my thing. My adopted family, I guess we all had different expectations. They had their own long, complicated lives. Maybe they thought that my needs were different. They had their own biological kids. We were the first people they adopted. Either way, I don't really hang out with them more. I see them kind of just like family friends, and we don't do holidays. So I make an effort to see my wife's family because I love them so much and we're so good. And I see my mom, even though her side of the family is fucking crazy. They're just like casually violent, dangerous, wild motherfuckers. Like crazy as you can ever be. Like, I don't know. They're still like my tribe and my crazy fucks that I look after and,
I feel like you're talking about my father.
Oh man, I mean, I still see, the cousins in the family and, all this shit. And yeah, it just is what it is. And I now though, I talked to my biological dad for the first time yesterday. And so I had a video call with him. We had the DNA test confirmed yesterday and we had our first talk. It was crazy good. And so yeah, now new holidays are coming up. I'm excited because these motherfuckers are all about coming and driving and having some Thanksgiving and some Christmas, and we'll see. I'm gonna move into a whole new phase of life.
I wanted to ask you about that, by the way. Was that the first time you ever saw your father in your life? Ever
saw him, ever talked to him, any form of communication. Damn. When my wife went to find him through Ancestry, and by a miracle, my father's sister, my aunt, had done an Ancestry, and so that's what pinged me and led me to him. But he had a stroke 5 years ago and doesn't speak or talk. He talks very little. He can comprehend. And his partner, his husband of 30 fucking years, can like basically read his mind, and his husband's kind of like confirming for him or denying what he's saying. When he puts out the ideas, it's really cool. It's really sweet. They were gay when it was dangerous. You know what I mean? So yeah, doing their damn thing. So but they are just like so excited about it, and yeah, it was our first time talking. I didn't want to have the video call with my dad. Once I found out he had the stroke, until the DNA test had cleared. I had been in contact with his husband. His husband had been like the intermediary because, my dad got off Facebook and all this stuff. So once it was confirmed, yeah, we had our first call last night, and like the resemblance is crazy. My wife was like, "Oh my God, it's just you in in a different phase of life. It's insane." And we had so much weird stuff in common, and like it was just like it was really heartfelt. And I remember at one point I told him, I was like, listen, I'm doing really well for myself. I have no expectations. I have no needs. Just want to put it out there that I'm in it as much as you're willing to be in it. Like I've got 3 kids that you could love on and get to know, and they were just like overwhelmed and just like so on board, so happy. At one point we were talking, and his husband was also in foster care as a little kid, and so I at one point he mentioned that, and so I brought up to tell my dad about it, and it sounds so fucking weird to say. It's all very new. So I'm like bringing up my story of foster care and stuff to tell him about it. And like when I told him I was in foster care 3 states, he like grabbed his chest and he was like, looked like he was about to cry, like sad. I was like, no, listen. Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm fine. It taught me a lot. I'm so happy. I got 3 kids and a long, happy relationship. And it all did wonderful things for me. I was the statistic, that it really worked out for. But it was cool. It was interesting. I don't know why that like stuck with me so hard.
Yeah, it's like look, it happened, but like look at where I am now. Like
yeah, it's cool. Don't waste time and say you didn't know I was your kid. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who lives by the motto of, hey, it happened, but if you're here right now, I'm allowed to laugh about it. Like the bad things happen, but you kind of are here. Like it took you to where you are now, which is where you needed to be. So It's like cool. Like we're here together now. Like.
That just
don't not to saying don't be sad about it. Obviously feel the way you need to feel, but it's like
yes, but trying to not make him feel bad. Don't worry, these things were great for me. And let me just say, Larry, that is crazy as fuck, man. If you ever need help learning how to get on the Discord and want to come drop that whole story, you've given me bits and pieces of it. bits and pieces of the story. But if you get on Discord, it's. I know you hate downloading new apps, brother. I know it. But you would have a little camera right here. We could like literally see you. You could throw on your face camera. Either one of them could throw on their face camera at any moment, and see. So yeah, you should get on Tough Larry because that's fucking wild. My man said he was kidnapped. Kidnap is such a broad thing. I have so many questions. About that. It's like, you know, I've been like sexy kidnapped by my wife. I've seen. I've been like kidnapped by my mother. I've been, you know, like I've had friends who were kidnapped by their parents. Because like aka they like went out of state, they didn't return the kid on time, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
So I would love to hear this. Like, did you get was it a tie up, you know, was there a rope involved? Were you trying to like rewire the turning signals in the trunk, you know what I mean? Like, or was it like your mom's being a cunt, son, and we're moving to Minnesota? It's like, whoa.
Is this like a Criminal Minds kidnapping or like?
That's what I'm saying. I want details. We gotta,
stuff.
Yeah, we gotta get my man on Discord. I need you on Discord, like in Twitch. I'd rather have you on Twitch. I need you on Discord though, man. Like, I want to hear this motherfucker. All right, real quick. I'm gonna read this guy's dialogue. I'm surely gonna be sent into a big mission soon. Let me see. Well, if he isn't the hero that brought down the Perfectus, I'm good. It's good to have you with this friend. Yeah, that was no small feat. As you can see, the mood about the camp here is grim at best. I was hoping that your presence alone might serve to raise some spirits. Unfortunately, it seems that many are too preoccupied wallowing in fear and self-pity that they have yet to even notice you've arrived. Might I ask you to make the rounds and share a few words of encouragement to those men and women whose spirits falter? I had a mind to do so myself, but I am quite certain they would carry more weight coming from you. Once you have seen to the others, go and do the same for Edelstein. No matter what they may claim to Lieutenant, would so better be for a bit of rousing. Ooh, I bet. Trust me, I know. All right. Calm the fuck down, Ruban. He's like, yo, the captain could use some rousing. I know. He's got a raging clue about it. All right, let's see. Ooh, yeah. I'm like, yeah, look, you can do it. Yeah, just... I'm fine, truly. Nothing to worry about. Just a mild case of battlefield nerves. Yeah, well, did I inspire you? Okay, wait a minute. Am I supposed to do something? Okay, psych them up. Okay. Psych. Bam. Oh, shit. Who we got on here? Who just jumped on this motherfucking Discord? Definitely wasn't the fun kind. I was even discarded to the ocean to be eaten by sharks, but they didn't even want me. Florida. Jesus Christ! The only thing scarier than Florida man. Florida mom. Let's see. Who's on this Discord? Who are you, friend? Let's see. Afo.
Yo, what's up, man?
What is up? Who is Afo? Help me out,
Douglas
bro.
Davis, bro. What's going on?
Bro, is this XXO? Is this Ox? I mean,
Doug. It's Doug, bro.
Bro, Douglas Davis, what's up, my gangster?
Chilling, bro. Listening to you guys, hanging out.
Hell yes, man. You doing some VR tonight?
Nah, I'm just making some videos, eating some stuff.
Shit. I hope you hit me with them links, man. It may take me a few days to get to, but I'll get some. See, Larry, you see how easy it was? You just gotta make you a little Discord. There's room for one more. We want to hear all about it, man. Oh, getting these people psyched. So what kind of videos? Here for the tea. What kind of videos we making, homie?
Philosophy, politics, all the good stuff, all the fun stuff.
Oh my god, that is so hot. Yeah, bro, please. Yeah, hit me with some links. I'm serious.
I'm trying to come at it from like the most balanced perspective possible. I'm not trying to like turn off any one side, trying to just put myself right in the middle. I'm trying to bring people like to a middle point, you know? That's my whole goal.
I love that, man. I love that. That's very rational, very reasonable things to do, man. I'm so excited.
Eric, I'm gonna 1v1 one day.
You're gonna do what?
gonna 1v1 you one day. I'm living for this. Comes talking about philosophy, politics. Ooh, that's sexy.
That's my shit. I love that shit. I absolutely love that shit.
Right, to me, to hear somebody else's perspective, it's like literally like I'm going through a journey.
Well, I love it, man. It's cool to it's cool to like share that journey and try to bring people along. Hold on, what'd you say? Well, hold on. Apollo's clowning us, bro. Hold on. We are gonna 1v. We're gonna 2v1. Actually, what you don't know, me and Douglas is gonna show up together. It's gonna be all you're gonna hear is I'm like, there ain't a chocobo fast enough to save you right now.
I support all of this. I genuinely support this. But if I'm not clowning you, then your ego's gonna get too big, and I just can't allow that.
That's true. Fair enough. My homie's got to keep me tethered to the earth. God damn it. Whew. I am not ego death. I have no shortage on confidence, I'm afraid. It's just a weird face. Let's see. Oh yeah, but man,
look, bitches who wear crop tops are way too proud of themselves. I gotta be careful with them.
I'm telling you, bro, this has been. I had to find like a niche or like a somebody told me like a staple or like a trademark thing. You know what I mean?
Trademark look of yours, so that we can just recognize it on the spot.
Exactly, it's like branding. You know what I mean? I make all my own crop tops. I make this shit happen. I don't buy them like this. These are
making merch, bro.
It's gonna happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
and now my wife's making so much art, dude. We're gonna make so much merch with our art on it. It's gonna be so good.
Selling that stuff or what?
Oh, we're gonna be. We're definitely gonna be.
Yeah.
When I was in a band years ago, we had merch and all that good stuff. You know, it's just so we've gotten to the point. It's time. It's definitely time. I'm so excited to do it. Oh guys, psyching up these bitches for war. Let's go.
Y'all make something cool with like a pit bull, like dogs and stuff. I'll scoop it off you real quick.
Bam, my wife may do it, man. She's doing like the paintings, dude. The paintings, like on Thursday and Fridays, she's gonna be like painting during the whole stream, and she did it tonight, and she's gonna be doing it tomorrow, and it's just like so good. But all that to say, she really might at some point. She really might, do a painting, and then we'll take that and make like leggings and shirts and hoodies and shit out of it. She did that with my sister-in-law. She did that with her art and like uploaded to the site. Now we got like blankets with her artwork on it, and one of my favorite shirts is like my sister-in-law's artwork on this fucking t-shirt, whatever. And my wife got leggings with this cool mushroom art stretching across her ass. It's wonderful. Oh, and it's on a cage.
What if you made like one solid design and made it like your business logo? Like, is that something you're talking about?
Well, we have lots of that. My wife made like a Strange Trees logo, and she made a couple of versions of it. And there's like one that we primarily stick to for like that brand recognition. So I definitely feel that. We may even like use some of the smaller ones to put on like to keep continuity. You know what I mean? Throw on like an artwork design on the hood, like the face that she was working on tonight. If y'all haven't seen that, you can look at the last stream and just peep the end. It's fucking dope, this face. And I was like, that would look so cool on the back of a fucking hoodie, like unbelievable. But yeah, still having like that like little Strange Tree logo that,
Could even like come up with like the prints and sell them to people so they can get like a tattoo made out of it, like specifically made for a tattoo. That's such a dope idea. This has actually got me thinking. I've had lots of friends. I have friends who live nearby me, who Larry, you wild. Who live nearby me, are good friends of mine, who make their living off art. They make paintings, they sell them, and that's how they like paid off their house and their bills and stuff like that. And it's interesting, like being around. I've always been into sales in different markets, and it's interesting seeing and throwing events all their different approaches and philosophies. Like a lot of people don't want to sell their prints because they feel like that'll like downplay the original somehow or whatever. But there's just long arguments and talks we've had on this, and My wife is, yeah, she's putting out so much work. She's wanting to move into that phase of like marketing her art, and we're already behind schedule on getting the merch go. We had a big merch push, you know, years ago when I was in a band, so I know what to do and how to do it. So now it's just time to do it. Time to.
I mean, if you like have some dope like tattoo that you make for somebody, and they like everywhere they go, every time somebody asks them about it, like they're gonna talk about you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I had these people. You know, they're super dope. The art's dope. You know, it's gonna it's gonna start a conversation about you guys. It's gonna bring it back here.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. On my last, when I was in my early 20s, I had a project called One Life, and there were 3 different people who got One Life and some of the logos tattooed on them, and it was very like. It just felt good, and it was cool, and you know, like, yeah, and it helped the branding and stuff like that. And now, yeah, we've got so much artwork, like original artwork that my wife has paid for or has made, but also like work that we've commissioned. There's a girl in Australia that was doing work for us. Here in America, there's a girl in Indonesia who does a lot of work for us. So we just have like tons of like just crazy different things, and it's time, and it would be cool like to have like a link with all the images for like tattoo ideas, or maybe even do like a what's it called, like a Pinterest board with all of our artwork. You know what I mean?
Gotta put that little watermark on it so people can't just rip it off though.
I want them to at this point.
Yeah.
Make money too though. Hey.
Yeah, at some point it would be nice. Yeah, just paid for the design, but it's yeah, we'll see. It is interesting trying to gauge like where to monetize, where not to monetize. Yeah, that's its own whole long conversation. So no, you're right, and it's the entrepreneurial spirit needs to be there to make things sustainable, and you could do good things with that money and blah blah blah. So yeah, I love where your heart's at in that, and
or like put everything like you're saying up for free, and then like put like a little donation right there. Like, here's my Patreon, donate whatever if you want to become a monthly subscriber.
Right, or yeah, go subscribe to me on Twitch or the Patreon. Yeah, absolutely. But the prints in real life, yeah, you know, have the artwork hanging up because I want to do shows soon. I actually got me thinking recently that I'm an event planner, IRL. Like that's what I love to do. And I was doing before COVID hit. And I've been looking for an excuse to get back into it. My first event will be for sure in April, and I'm going to give a discount to basically free tickets to all my people on Twitch if anyone's interested. But yeah, I would love to start throwing like maybe a bi-monthly, like twice or once every 2 months, art gallery. You know, hire some local musician, find a nice venue, hire some local musicians, and then several artists to showcase their work in a cool environment, and have straight sales, maybe a couple of auctions, some giveaways. You know, do a bunch of charity stuff. You know, charity buckets and whatnot and pushes. But yeah, so just sharing a little bit of my own life. I may also in Chattanooga start doing some kind of bi-monthly art show. Still workshopping that.
AKA 420 friendly.
Oh yeah, there's a place downtown where they had this beautiful back patio where everybody. Oh no! Oh my God, Hannah Cage logged out as soon as I was about to answer her. Hold on. But that would have been the perfect place. I do need to find another place in my town that's like downtown-ish or in that area, but it's cool to smoke weed out back.
Nice.
That I'm sure I can find that. Sorry, I missed you. Catmere got on the game and asked me how I was doing, and I got lost talking and totally missed it. So I'm just telling her I hope she's having a great day. Hope you're happy. Because by the time I looked up, it showed she had logged off. I was like, oh no, I missed the homie. She's dope. Okay. Yeah, so man, I'm hoping definitely I'm gonna be pumping up and putting down some more concrete dates and stuff. Oh my goodness, I was like messaging Catmere. It turns out she rated me. What a fucking awesome soul. My God. I was like personally messaging her. I was like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't see you before you got on. Hold on 2 seconds now. Let's see. But yeah, I'm hoping everybody comes to the event. We'll do some overnight camping. Have local musicians in the area come out. Probably have like some hiking and workshops going on and some cool vendors, selling some trippy stuff. It'd be cool. It'd be really dope.
What state is this in?
You say state?
Yeah, state.
It'll be in Tennessee. Probably, I may compromise and even go as far as like North Georgia or Middle Tennessee, kind of once we fill it all out. But yeah, so Tennessee would be. Oh my goodness! Yay, Catmere! Thank you so much for the raid. How are all the Catmerians? I call them Catmeres. Catmerians? I don't know. Catmeances? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. If the festivals have changed my life, and I found the most satisfaction. I'm not trying to like virtue signal or anything like that. Like the festivals and events that I found the most satisfaction out of was like bringing the festival to the hood. Like that shit touched me the most. All of my stuff was nonprofit. We had universities partner up with us in our last events, and like Seek Us Out and partner up with us, and like that was like the most gratifying shit, because when I went to my early 20s and my wife took me to the festival and started like experiencing that culture and that life and those possibilities, man, like it just like it changed me on a fundamental level. Not, you know, for the better or worse, you know, who's to say, but it just impacted me in such a big way, and I love bringing it back. But I haven't done an overnight festival, so that's what I'm really excited about. I'm excited to come back strong, and for the April festival, and like I said, we'll be putting out dates in November and December, early December, definite dates and locations. But yeah, I'm excited. So if y'all haven't done an over the weekend festival, a camp out festival, yeah, I'd highly recommend it. And we'll even have like a family friendly area where you keep all your tripping and nudity away from, you know what I mean? If you're going to get weird at camp, you do it over fucking there. There's, you know, they'll be spread out. We'll have
NSFW.
Yes. Yeah. And there's usually a lot of that, you know, there's places and stuff for it. Dude, I know. Listen, I had just fought Rattatan, and I did not want to kill that motherfucker because he was so inspiring. The way his convictions, his fucking strength, and getting back, bro. Man, it felt bad, like I was slaying a true warrior. I may get a tattoo of this bitch on me, dude. He was with it. He was with it. So yeah. How you doing tonight, Cat? And guys, dude, Douglas, fucking Villanora's Apollo is so fucking great having. It makes like the night like flies by when there's homies on the voice chat. It's so nice, and it's so thought provoking. Y'all always give me so much. Hugh, hi. Sorry.
Yeah, for sure, man.
You can't make me shut up.
I hope you bring all that sass to an over weekend festival. I hope you're getting ready. Set aside. You won't have to pay for the festival, just the gas money. You know what I mean? Save up and get a tent. But you won't need anything else. You're there, just extra spending money. And we'll find moments. The food. We'll see. We'll probably have a couple of vendors come out for food. What's that?
All I need is a couple beers. That's
Boom.
all good. That's all I need.
Give my man a couple drinks by the campfire. That sounds perfect, bro. Have some fucking people playing out. Did someone say festival? Yes, we're going to be throwing a festival in April. You just missed like a fucking 5-minute infomercial on it. But yes, Hugh, it is going to be in April, man. And I hope you're there. All the Twitch followers, I might do like, to promote subs, I might be like, you've got a sub. If you sub, you get a free ticket kind of deal. Otherwise, it'll be like friends and family who are, a lot. We just have a huge community here in Chattanooga. So it'll probably just be like 20, 30, 40 bucks maybe. I can't imagine much more than that. Maybe probably just like 25, 30.
Chattanooga, Tennessee. I've been there before, and I went to some kind of mountain, and there was like at the top of the mountain, there was like a tight man squeeze, and there was like rock candy.
You went to Rock City, homie.
Rock City, that's it.
That's right down the road for me. Well, not right down the road, but yeah, I mean that's that local shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a pretty cool attraction, and you're way up, and they have like these big waterfalls and just all the stuff.
Yeah, I forgot about it. I forgot the name.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Larry, maybe not. But look, dude, what's cool is you're so close by, Larry. It should be no problem for you to get by. You're just down the road. Which I hope to see you out there, Larry. I feel like Larry is going to come fully dressed in the true spirit. Y'all ain't seen shit. Wait till you see
Wait till y'all see some of the weird shit me and my wife and some of our friends are gonna show up in. It's gonna be weird. It might be uncomfortable. It'll be child appropriate, but it'll be weird.
No, I'm used to that. That's fine. But actually, I was gonna ask you. You should definitely, like, you don't have to, but you should definitely try to dress up when you're on stream. Also, when you guys are painting and making music, because I saw you dress up a few times with you got some feathers or a wings on your back or something like that.
Yes, absolutely.
Visually entertaining. It's visually entertaining. And
I might save that for Friday nights. Like have Friday clubbing nights where I go all out and I, throw on some eyeliner and some weird shit. Throw on some fucking glow paint or something. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah, there was one raid that you put us through. It was some guy playing some medieval game. I have no idea what the game was, but the intro he gave us was legendary. He had on a knight's outfit with the whole.
Oh my god, yes! Insomnia Night RPG, bro. Yes, that motherfucker's a beast, bro. Shout out.
He paused the whole stream. Says hello. He took us to a whole background. There was a whole fireplace.
Yeah.
He had everything was just really cool. I thought it was very
clever, very well thought out. And it seems to be working for him. I'm not sure how long he's been doing it. He's raided us a couple times since then. He just seems like a really sweet guy. We've had a couple of really good back and forths. But yeah, dude. Him and also the Liching Hour. They're usually not awake when I raid, but I can't recommend them enough. And they're like all the little commercials they do in between their stuff and the way they like clip stuff and like whenever you give a follow there's like a big custom thing that pops on. They've pushed me as a streamer a lot. Yes, dude. Yeah, nobody who knows. You know what? I'm gonna shout him out again because they rated me earlier on my last stream. Him and his homie rated me. Let me shout him out again. They're so good. Everyone should really like their page. If I knew Insomnia Nights shit, I would throw it up there too. But I'm gonna shout out the Liching Hour. Fucking beast, man. He's a beast and he's so sweet. They're so creative. He even makes up his own games for his channel. It's fucking crazy, dude. He's awesome. Let's see. Alright, just a little bit of story here. Let's see what we got. Our hero returns. I trust that your visit has done much to lift the spirits of our garrisons on the eve of our greatest battle yet. Time is of the essence. Let us commence the briefing at once. Oh, and let me see. You know what? Hold on. I'll read this first. But then I got something for you, Villanors, in response to what you said. This is the time is of the essence. Let us commence the briefing at once. Oh, well, look. You may have to reselect it. See if you can reselect it, Hugh. Oh god. Oh, that's so tough. Jesus Christ. Go easy on him, Larry. Go easy. That is hard though. That is tough. He's had a lot of trouble with the locals. Yeah, Jesus. But yeah, no, I appreciate the advice and I think I'll start making a note of it where at least every Friday for now. It may turn into an everyday thing. Like I said, part of my gimmick or dressing up for me is all these fabulous crop tops I make. But if I could hit it like full on, because I'm thinking about making like Friday night my club nights anyways. It's just like making it a casual hang out and talk to people stream. You know what I mean? Do main story quests throughout the week and then on Friday night just go to clubs, hang out, play it loose. And yeah, I'm actually making a note right here to put on my keyboard to make sure I dress up Friday. No, you know what? I'm better than that. Put it in my calendar. So 2 seconds. Let me see.
And it doesn't have to be super elaborate each time. Like even the little glasses that you had on last time was pretty cool. Or even just like a little splash of paint on your face, just to make you look like some sort of warrior. Not bad, also.
These are really good points. These are really good points, and it makes it more memorable. I used to take like green screen tape and like put it on different places on my face, so it like made part of my face to see through. I may start fucking doing that actually.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that. It was pretty cool.
Thank you. Let's see. Dress up for club. Okay. Me and my wife share a calendar and we can color code stuff and mark it off throughout the day. Ugh, just productivity booster. All right. Boom. Yeah, I'll be dressed up tomorrow night. I'll wear something wild. Let's see. Some face paint or something.
Brothers and sisters of the Alliance, I would share with you good tidings. Thank you. Doubtless spurred by the news of the siege of Castrum Marinus, the Maelstrom has struck a double blow. Castrum Ascendens and Castrum Miranum are now under blockade. I don't know what mocap suits are. Phase 2 of Operation Archon is a success. A success. It's a success. Reports tell us that the Garleans offered fierce resistance, but that the Admiral yielded them not one ilm. Fuck yeah, victory. With Ocedans, Miranum, and Orions thus suppressed, the third phase may begin in earnest. Katmere, come clubbing with me tomorrow night. If you're free, no pressure. Even as we speak, the Order of the Twin Adder moves to block the hallway leading hither in Castrum Century, and that can mean but one thing. And all of you, please, she's on a voice chat. The hour has come to strike at the heart of the Garlean invasion force. Big Jim, Castrum Meridium, and the den of the Black Wolf. Oh, Minfilia, look, I'm Minfilia. You see my little avatar down there? That's me. Yeah, it's actually Riku, but Minfilia is a Riku, slightly rehashed Riku. Look how much she looks like her though. Am I wrong? Look at her. My character at the bottom, my little avatar.
You're not wrong.
It looks so much like her. My fellow Eorzeans, I am Minfilia, mistress of the science of the seventh dawn. Mistress, love it, girl. There exist myriad barriers that divide us, those of race and nation, language and creed, to name but a few. Such barriers serve to isolate us from our neighbors, yet they also serve to define who we are. Shorn of them, there would be little to distinguish one from another, and the rich variety of our lives would give way to sterile orthodoxy. Amen. These barriers can never truly be broken down, of course, not so long as there is liberty in the world, but they can be transcended.
I can break them.
I got this. Hold my drink. Verily, we do so now in coming together for this grand endeavor to fight side by side in defense of our shared home. Get 'em. Oh, Alpha nods ass. All right, let's see what we got, boy. Before me stands the adventurer Strange Trees Live. You all know him as the man who will lead the unit tasked with destroying the ultimate weapon. We Scions know a different Strange Trees, however. We know him as a dear friend who has endured untold hardships on our behalf, a true hero who has ever blazed a path for us to follow. And why do I tell you this? I tell you, friends, because the time has come for us to blaze a path for him. It's about time. Our objective is to wreak such havoc outside the walls of Meridium as to afford Strange Trees and his comrades the time they need to disable the Magitech field generator within. With the path thus clear, we may finally turn our minds to the true goal of this operation, the destruction of the ultimate weapon. All troops prepare for battle. Y'all all gonna die. Everyone's gonna die. This is not gonna be a good outcome.
Oh my god.
I'm calling it now. We're gonna have to re-strategize. I fear I can't accompany you this time. The unbelievable task of facilitating communications between our forces has been entrusted to the Ironworks. You see, now know, though, that I will be praying for your safe return. Thoughts and prayers, bitch? That's all you got to say is thoughts and prayers? Pfft. Okay. Right. Hit me with some of them.
Basically, you got
That's how it be.
Basically, you're doing nothing. You're praying, okay, nothing.
No, I mean, maybe.
No.
See that you come back to us, friends. May the crystals bless you and keep you. Listen, crystal blessings. Yes, blessed by the crystal. Larry's neighbors are blessed by the crystal.
Not even. Whatever.
We will suffer the black wolf to prowl our lands no more. Let us teach the hunter what it is to be hunted. Forward, comrades, for Eorzea! For the honor of Grayskull! Go now, Strange Trees, and bring us one step closer to the dawn. And I'm like, this whole time I'm like, yeah. All I do is hit them bitches with a nod.
It is the funniest culture shock, like to be like, yes, blah 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 blah, Strange Trees, blah 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 blah, and I'm just like,
and then my character's like, yeah, just a little fucking nod there.
okay, cool. Let's
Is
go.
this a dungeon?
All right, bye.
Is this a dungeon? Oh my god. Okay, it's a dungeon. Oh my lord. Okay. Okay.
All right. This is where I abandon you,
Oh no.
so I can get some sleep.
Okay, you know what? It's fine. I may just go fuck off because I'm scheduled to get off in the next 10 minutes anyways. So I may just go fuck around because I want to get a whole party of people to do this with me. And it's late. It is very late. I may not be able to get a whole 4 here. And that's okay.
Yeah, I can probably join you tomorrow if you want to do it tomorrow.
Damn it. No, I'm going clubbing tomorrow.
Well, damn it!
I know.
Why'd you decide to go clubbing?
Come on now. It's going to be lit. We're going to make friends. We're going to make friends.
The world is in danger, and you're being a whore.
Exactly. A virtual. Listen, I will not even have virtual girlfriends like in the game. Like my little cat dude's not allowed to even have a girlfriend. That's how goddamn faithful I am. I'm like,
That's good. That's good.
I don't think so. We can be friends. We can be buddies. Make them friends. And I'm gonna go to. I've got to start a new character. Maybe I'll make that my thing tomorrow night. Maybe I'll start my new character in Europe and do some European clubs. No, because then nobody can come with me. It's okay. I've got to figure that out.
Yeah, you see how it is.
One day I've got to do like a European profile and talk with all the European folks. I feel like it would be a blast. Or like in Australia, it would be really cool. Because then I would be the foreigner. They'd be like, yo, listen to this American. He's so American. I'm sure. Like, listen at him. Listen at the way he reads this. Yeah, hey, y'all. He's a cowboy. Listen at him.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Right. You all be good.
Blessings and
Good
love
night.
to you, girl. Take it easy. Thoughts and prayers. That's from Douglas.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Nothing great. You okay?
I was drinking my
Good
smoothie without.
night.
Don't go fuck yourself. I don't know. I'm just all the love. Take it easy. Oh, dude, I've still not done any PvP. Well, I did like the big group PvPs, but I've not done any of the other ones. I'm gonna have to go check that out. I still can't believe I couldn't get the Chocobo stuff to work. That made me big sads. Big sads. Oh man, so what are you boys gonna do for the rest of the night? I'm getting off here in the next several. I got to. Illicit, yes I have.
Well.
What's that, homie?
Hitman 3, you're supposed to be all sneaky, and I'm just running up to the target and capping them and running away. I suck so bad at this game.
Which game is this?
This is Hitman 3. You're supposed to like be all sneaky. You turn on a faucet and let like the water be there and like electrocute the guy that's coming by. And I don't know how to do all that. I just shoot the guy and I run away and I win.
Right, bro. I'd be bad about that too. It's like you can use stealth. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just go.
Just cap him and run, dude.
Yep. On site. Let's go. Dude, oh, Hugh, enjoy. I definitely want to play all the Assassin's Creed at some point. And yeah, thank you for asking, Alyssa. I did unlock Bard, and I have like a cool music setup player. I can like play like crazy amount of songs on my little character. It's really, really, really fun. It's like, or it's really, really cool. It kind of gets old quick, you know. I'm just like standing around town and just kind of like, okay, doing the song, talking a little bit, but you know, it gets old. I'm very ADHD. ADHD equals evolution, and I just can't stay still for it too long. I need more stimulation, more stimulus. Show me something. It's like me, my kids, and really most people I see IRL, like they'll have like several devices going at once. Like if I'm just chilling by myself, I'll like have a TV going on in the background. I'll have like an ear pod in my ear. I can be like listening to a book or like another thing. And like while I'm working on stuff, especially like if I'm working on a computer or writing stuff out, whatever, I love it. Just like, I'm like, feed me more stimulus. That's where my wife's like, I need 10 minutes in a dark room with no sound. Can I please just do? She'll get like overloaded, fairly easy. Not fairly easy, but you know, she'll just get overloaded sometimes.
Depends on what I'm doing.
As far as if you're gonna get overloaded or not by the stimulus.
It just depends if I have to like think about words or if I have to like think about math or something. Yeah, everything needs to be like quiet. Shit or something, dude. It's all good.
Everyone chill. Everyone chill. We're thinking, what's those numbers? That's funny. Yeah, Hugh, dude, listen, every Thursday and Friday, our new dynamic is that we're going to be doing music and art together on Thursday and Fridays. So she'll have the camera, the background will be whatever she's painting on. And then I'll be like talking and we'll be having conversation and I'll be like making loops and talking and chatting. And me and her will be chatting and stuff. So it'll be real casual, real fun. And yeah, man, I always love your hip input. I mentioned you tonight. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I hope Hugh jumps in here. We got a lot accomplished tonight. And yeah, this guy Hugh, he has helped me tremendously. He has been such a good, productive critic and mentor, really. Like when it comes to like the mixing and the ideas, he's like done me the favor of sending me lots of videos to show like the technical producer stuff that I just like really was overlooking or unaware of. And yeah, it's been great. So now, yeah, Thursday and Fridays we'll be doing the music and art together. And this coming Tuesday I'll be doing my stream where I make a song in 3 hours. That'll be this coming Tuesday. It alternates between that and Dungeons and Dragons. Oh shit! I was gonna teleport and then some beef popped off. Look at you! You don't want this beef, son. You don't want this beef. These hands are not gluten free. I'm about to put some buns on you. Dude, thank you, man. And I think it's so funny. I really appreciate that, Hugh. What's so funny about it is, you know, I was so nervous. The first 2 times that I did that stream, I've done it 3 times. First 2 times I did it, I was so nervous and I stayed on task and I got the job done. The third time, I admitted defeat. You know, I was 2.5 hours in, nowhere near completing the song. Had to like admit defeat and be like, all right, so I'm 2 for 3 so far. That's the record. So it's kind of fun. It's like kind of makes me nervous. I got too wrapped up talking. I was taking my time. You know, I had a lot of confidence riding in from the last one. Next time, even if something like that happens, my homie made the suggestion. He's like, you could have just made it an instrumental. It didn't have to be a song with words. I was like, okay, so if I ever get in the weeds and I'm running behind on time, I may simplify the lyrics and play more with the instrumental, which, you know, flows out a lot.
Just do what Little Pump did and just Gucci Gang 86 times.
Really though, you can like
super lazy though.
Well, but like it's like you can have just like a couple of phrases that like set a vibe, you know, and kind of like lend toward an idea. You can even make it like a complex or weird phrase, but you're hearing it over and over again, so now you're thinking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just
forgiving
don't
Space Mom, you know. What's that?
Yeah, that's fine. Like repeating something over and over is fine. I hope don't do Gucci Gang. That's all.
No, 0 chance I'm gonna do Gucci Gang. But oh, you are totally safe from that. It'll be thoughtful. Whatever it is, I try. I've had a fucking messiah complex my entire life, and so and I've been a musician my entire life. I've recorded more years than I have it now. You know, I've recorded for 17 years. I'm 32, so that's most of my life I've been recording. But you know, I always want to add meaning. You know, to use music as like a form of poetry and thought provoking. That's been my shit. And it's fun.
And by the way, just in my opinion, not all art has to have meaning. Sometimes you could just be doing it just to do it, but it's okay. Like you don't.
Love
it's
that.
good to have meaning. Just if you don't put pressure on yourself to have meaning each time, it could just to be.
Yes, absolutely. That's definitely wise. And if
Messiah complex, this is a kind of psychological issue usually acquired by patients who have schizophrenia or bipolar disorders.
I'm all the polar bears, bro. I'm all of them.
I was like, I don't know, a homeless guy called me Jesus one time, and I had long hair. I was all talking to him. He was homeless, and I was like, hey, what's going on, man? And he was like telling me all these stories of all these little tricks they used to do back in the Roman times. and he saw lightning bolts above my head.
Yeah, my man's was cracked out. No, I'm just playing. I'm
Well,
joking.
no, he's schizophrenic, but I mean, like, that's what I'm saying.
But they might be seeing a real reality, right?
I live in the hood, and I go and I talk to all these people, like not in a bad way, but I feel like, you know, just to show them somebody cares and kind of sprinkle in some good ideas.
I love that. Yes, one of my favorite experiences. I helped a guy out. Is kind of a similar situation. We're outside a restaurant, Mr. T's Pizza, actually at San Elmo, and I'd only been there the one time. But I gave a guy some money and talked to him for a second. At the end, he's like, "Thank God for you, thank God." I looked at him as I said, "I am God." And I kind of just froze for a second and locked, you know, that tense eye contact for a second, and then walked off. And I kind of looked back a second and go, my man looked shook.
I mean, just told everybody he met Jesus.
My man looked shook. It was so funny. It's like, that really was God. Oh my, yeah, why not? I think I am. I think, you know, my own personal philosophy, I won't stroke my dick too long on this, but the new Rick and Morty, the most recent episode, actually touches on this in such a beautiful, creative way. I highly recommend it. But on a spiritual level, I feel like we tune into consciousness. That there's not like an individual person running this. That we are all the same motherfucker. And so I told him I'm God, and I believed it. I was like, I'm God. I mean, he's the same God, but he doesn't know that.
I'm completely obsessed with all the theory YouTube videos on Rick and Morty, like all the theories and all the stuff that's going on, like behind the scenes, like theoretical.
Yeah, well, they touch some deep concepts, man. They touch on some deep shit. Yeah, dude, if you haven't seen the new season, this last episode, I'm not, without giving it away, it really touches on that topic about like one deity being split up between everybody, and it's such a beauty. It's fucking, oh man, it's so good. Yeah, people like that need love. Yeah, don't we all? Don't we all? Yes, yes, yes. I absolutely agree, Hugh. I absolutely agree. And yeah. I certainly don't know that mine is the right way. That's what I've landed on for a long time. And I don't know if we're all sharing one spirit or multiple spirits, quote unquote, or whatever. But like I said, I just personally see it as like a wave that we all tune into. Like stars and planets birth organic engines, because everything that's animated on Earth, that's animated on Earth, is a combination of those two things. So they seem like they're alive. They even seem like they replicate the as above, so below principle. It's like a microcosm of fertilization. You see the magic, the sea vents on the floor where the microorganisms come. And the things giving those things life is like the little beads of light energy coming from the sun that's being absorbed by the earth. And then they're like, I don't know, I may be just getting crazy right now, but it's what I think.
I have my own little theory about Jesus and hell and stuff. I don't think heaven and hell is a physical place. I think it's a state of mind that you can achieve here on earth. And the more you live like Jesus, the more you can live in your own version of heaven. But I mean, you can start messing up and start living like Satan, or you can start acquiring demons, and these demons are types of self-destructive behaviors and ideas. And I think it's all psychology, dude.
I love that interpretation
now
of
the
it, for
conversation's
sure.
actually starting to get good too at the end. Oh.
We can sit here and bullshit for a minute. For a minute.
Okay, all right.
No, because I
There's
mean,
all stuff I want to talk about on YouTube, dude. Like I got all my, I feel like a nutcase because I live in the hood, and all my friends are old buddies. Like they think I'm a complete lunatic because I talk about this stuff. But I love it.
It's
So,
good though. It's good to bring it back and be able to talk, and translate to take these ideas and bring them back to that place, man. That's what's up. That's totally what's up. Yeah. And you're not alone, man. Yeah, these ideas. Yeah. Who knows? What you got, villain? What you got?
I totally feel I'm on the same thing about the personal health thing. We do make our own personal health and personal heaven. There was a show called that my girlfriend got me into called Lucifer, and they kind of touched it up on it kind of good. What the hell that they had for people, where basically if something that you were troubled in at life, you would have to go through it over and over again until you overcome it.
That's a very Hindu concept. That coming back and refixing to ascend to the next place. Yeah. Hey, Steve, go ahead.
And like a great example of somebody who an example of a hell would be trying to think of a public figure that we all know. Oh, do you know the guy who made dynamite?
I do
He's
not.
the same guy that also made same guy that made the Nobel Peace Prize. You probably only know him because of the Nobel Peace Prize, but he was the inventor of dynamite.
Interesting.
If he didn't make the Nobel Peace Prize, we would have remembered him for doing the dynamite. Throughout his whole life, he was a very rich man. I think he was one of top richest people on the planet at that time, and he was known for blowing up people. Well, for making the technology to blow up people, but overall, he was a well-rounded person. And one day, his brother was thought to be dead, so they wrote an obituary for him. But it was his brother that was dead, but they thought it was him that was dead, and they just wrote in every newspaper how horrible this person is. Oh, we're happy he's dead. The villain is finally gone.
Jesus.
And he realized, oh my gosh, everybody hated me this whole time. I had no idea. So then he said, you know what? I'm just gonna give everything to charity, and I'm gonna have this Nobel Peace Prize so that people can remember me for something good.
Right.
And think about it. If this man didn't go through that, if he didn't technically die, he wouldn't have known what his hell would have been. He would have gone to hell, and he would have been having to go through that instance of people not actually liking him, and that's his whole problem. And he basically
Lucifer,
had
that dynamite.
That wasn't Lucifer. That was a real life thing. That did happen. Yeah,
that is crazy, and that also shows you the value of having the courage to be honest with your friends. It's easy to just go along with people, to just leave shit unchecked, and certainly you have to pick and choose your battles. It's not your place, to save the world. Something I have to keep telling myself, because I'm fucked up and trying to save myself most of the time. But yeah, man, it's very thoughtful. And it's cool. It is cool to see too, like the how the bad shit you go through, and seeing those extremes can lead you to changing and making a difference, or being more effective in a certain way. But yeah, keep it real with your homies, man, because they may not know. It may be uncomfortable. I really promote trying to be as blunt as possible. There's diplomatic ways to go about things. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's really good to let people save face, but maybe talk to them in a more private setting, if possible. But though it's hard, man, it's hard. You're probably gonna want people to keep it real with you, even when it's uncomfortable throughout life. So I definitely want to encourage everybody to try to do that as much as they can, to try to become more comfortable with it.
I feel like it's a balance. I mean, holding people responsible and a certain amount of structure, but also care and love too. But I think religion was a solid base of being an HOA for human beings. You are to be this good or better, because I mean, if you're in a place out in the boonies where people are just starting to leave junk in the yard and trash in the yard, property values are going to dip. And so without religion, I feel like property values of human beings are just going to really dip, and they're going to start all kinds of stuff. It can get out of whack pretty quick, man.
Well, I love spirituality. The organized religion has such a weird, complicated history. You know what I mean? Not that good things can't come out of it. I respect all walks of life and values, but Christianity in itself is such a weirdly specific mechanism of control that was so successful for so long. It doesn't mean that there haven't been lots of good Christians, but the historical implementation of it, the Romans, who were a society of free, open religion, now becoming monotheistic. Imagine America, they're no, you have to be a Christian now. That's what Rome was. They had all these temples and shit right beside each other, and they had a people. They called councils, the Council of Nicaea and others, to form, be okay, what's going to be the state religion? What books are going to make up the big book for that state religion? What language is it going to be spoken of in the church? How much resources and all that? So, I don't know. Organized religion gets very, very complicated, but spirituality in general and ways of people connecting on a human level, I hope we keep seeing more of that. The community that church gives is such a beautiful, magical fucking thing. My daughter goes to church. She's not a Christian. She like me and my wife, she respects all beliefs, but she kind of has her own thoughts and ideas on it, and she loves researching other stuff. She's 11 years old, but she loves the community of the church. She goes to church. She's gonna go on a camping trip with them this weekend. She loves it. She absolutely loves it, and
Well, I
It's
mean, the
cool.
Romans, like they were probably forced to be Christian and all that kind of stuff. You know, they're kind of forcing it into one direction, 100%. But then,
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't them starting to turn into the pagan, like the pagan rituals and orgies and sex and
The
drugs,
pagan,
and
the pagan,
corruption?
all pagan means is non-Christian. It was a catch-all term that was developed out of that period to mean anything that was against the church. So it's like, just like I said, literally anything not Christian or even not like specifically Catholic. You know,
The opposite of structure. It's openness and like. But I'm saying if you're open to everything, I mean that can get pretty loose.
No, yeah, you want to have an openness. Like, okay, it's like here in America, you're allowed to believe what you want, but you can't have orgies in front of kids, and you can't like get mad at your enemy and have a lion maul them in an arena. You know what I mean? It's like we have laws and like a structure. They were savage. They were savage as fuck, and they were killing all their neighbors, calling them savage, while they did like the most savage things. It's crazy, like the hypocrisy in it. Shit, where were we?
I'll interject a little bit.
Get in there.
I think this is kind of like how business works. Also, you'll see like a industry where that just started off, and you see a bunch of little companies start off here, there, and they're all kind of doing their own thing. It's disorganized. You see one person doing one thing, one doing another thing, but nobody has a perfect setup yet.
Right.
And then out of nowhere, an empire begins. An empire begins, and it says, you know what? I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I'm going to collect everybody together, and we're all going to be under one roof, which is good because it sets or like we get organized, we get more direction, and people stop fighting amongst each other to see who's in power because there's one power now. But then that empire can get overzealous with power, and they're
and it's a slippery slope when you take away rights. When you take away rights to enforce security. You know, when you're taking away rights to enforce security, it becomes dangerous because here was Rome that was religiously tolerant. They still had laws. You know what I mean? It wasn't that you could just do whatever you wanted, and you know, no rules. There was taxes on divorced people. There were tax laws on divorced people. You know what I mean? I mean, there was like complicated laws for stepchildren, adopted children, every class. I mean, just like a very complicated and nuanced society. Just like all this cool shit happening. And like I said, I love that Christianity can be a uniter, but whenever it becomes like government mandated, and it's like, if you don't do this, you're going to be hurt. You're going to be jailed. You're going to be fined. You're going to be excommunicated. And that's where it gets crazy. And so from the birth of that in Rome, for the next 2,000 years, it would be whether it is intentional or not, so widely used to do just crazy things. Very old institution, very wired. Ooh. I do a 3-gun challenges every 3 weeks. That is fantastic. I love guns. I'm so fucking pro-gun, it's obnoxious. I'm sorry, guys. And I live in Tennessee.
We're allowed to open carry while we're fishing. I'm thinking about going to do it. I'll just be a nice guy and, you know, be like, hey, it's not just negative guns and killings and movies.
Take away from the stigma. You know, everybody hates guns till they need a motherfucker with a gun. You know what I mean? It's like, man, glad you had a gun.
You named the armed fisherman online. Like, everybody sees him and they're like, oh my god, he's got a gun. But it's like, dude, like, it's not everything. You know, there's a stigma.
Bro, I'm in Tennessee. We can carry, as long as you ain't got like a record, whatever, you can carry that bitch outside on your hip. You can carry it in your pocket, concealed, with motherfucking bullets inside of it. That just became a thing this year. The couple of years before that, you were allowed to have that bitch in your car. And let me tell you this. The other day, I heard some gunshots off in the distance. I live in a nice-ass neighborhood. You don't be hearing this shit around here. You know what I mean? I come from all over, but that's where motherfucking landed right now. As I hear some gunshots, my Tennessee ass is literally on the porch with my AK-47, like within fucking 2 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah.
I could not love it fucking more. Like, it's like one of the few things Tennessee really got right. Areas you should do. Oh, thank you. I've heard that game is so good, Sweezy. Have you played it yourself or just watch people do it? And my guns never jump up and shoot people. Amen, Douglas. Right. Exactly, dude. I respect. Actually, the gun issue becomes one of the ones where I sympathize less with the other side. I respect all sides, you know, but I feel firm in my belief, and I want people to be armed if they can be. I'm cool with democracy, you know. If we're to vote in it, if my state like voted it out, and it was like through like a even like mostly fair and political process, I'm all about it. It's like, okay, that's what the majority of people don't want. Fantastic. Tennessee's like, nah, our guns got guns, bitch, and it's okay to see them. Like, wow.
I actually have a story of something that happened to me that explains exactly why gun control would not work. Back in high school, there was this kid, and he drove by my house. He was a buddy of mine. He drove by my house one day, and he was like, "Hey, I got something. You check this out." And he walked out to his car. He like grabbed this towel under his seat, and it was a gun. It's like, hey, I'll sell. It was a 38 special. He was like, hey, I'll sell this to you for like $70. And he's like, hey, might have a couple bodies on it. So that gun right there's no papers connecting that gun to anybody. And so if they're gonna go around and legally collect guns from all the people who have the papers and the paperwork for the guns, these people with this gun are gonna be the only guns left. They're gonna completely just annihilate everybody else. And
the genie's out of the bottle. You're right. It's like, I love that side of the argument because that's, you know, it's a very popular stance, and one of the points I really appreciate is by making tighter gun laws or taking away guns altogether, especially, you're only disarming honest people. You know what I mean? You're only disarming honest people. Dishonest people are going to be able to get it. How's the war on drugs going? You know what I mean? Dishonest, we're going to be able to get it. Like, there's going to be you're just going to open up markets and encourage cartels and more criminal activity to avoid the monitoring. And yeah, it's a fucking, obviously it spirals out all the time too easily.
Right.
Shit.
I am curious though. Okay, so up here in the Northeast, like New York area, nobody really carries guns. I think I've only met 2 people in my life who's ever had a gun, and that were legally had a gun, and they were both ex-cops. So from our point of view, I could understand somebody needing a shotgun to hunt or protect themselves from like bears and whatnot. But having a handgun to like protect yourself at home or when you're walking around, perfectly fine. I'm kind of curious, how do you justify having an assault rifle? Like, how do you justify having an AR? Like, I thought that was more for like war.
Invasions.
I wouldn't see. I'm sorry.
People that are not good at getting a shot on target, which is hard for a lot of people. Also, a shotgun is hard for females to actually shoot and handle.
Or just smaller people in general.
Wow.
Yeah.
AR-15 is very little pushback. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it is incredible self-defense. I love this question. It's because it's a lot of power. This is where nobody is all one thing. Nobody's all conservative, all liberal, all libertarian. But this is where I feel the most libertarian is, whose place is it to tell me that I can't have an effective weapon of war? You know what I mean? Like, we have all these special interest groups, police, all these different people. Go ahead.
You said, like, right there, how you said, like, it's an effective weapon of war.
Yes, it is. It is, undoubtedly.
I'm not talking about were about hunting and, like, self-defense. But, like, an AR, I felt that's specifically mowing down an army. Like, I thought that's more for war.
Well, I mean, that would be one application. It'd also be from, like, mowing down people who are trying to invade you and your family. Or, like, there have been many governments throughout history. This is like indisputable fact. Governments and nation states rise and fall all the time. There become weird power vacuums where all rules go out the window. There's lots of modern examples where the same, like, it's funny, we send a lot of money to Ukraine, and a lot of the main support that goes for Ukraine is like anti-gun. But they're literally in the streets handing their citizens assault rifles. You know what I mean? We're like, we got to help Ukraine, and we're like handing them assault rifles. Sometimes shit happens. And so, yeah, for me, it's like, yes, it's a weapon of war, and who's to tell me I can't have a weapon of war? There's people out there with attack drones, like, you know, Obama and the red and the blue guys. They all continued the war. The red guys and the blue guys sent military drones to kill innocent civilians. You know what I mean? They whenever the protests were happening, the riots came out, there was a petition by a Washington D.C. chief to bring out the heat laser. Okay, the heat laser. This is like a giant thing that looks like a turret on the back of a Jeep, and they can point this at you, and they cook you from the inside. And you,
Yeah, I remember.
It's a microwave. It's called LRAD.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
this
remember.
motherfucker's on it. And so there's like all these like we're terrorists to somebody, and we're fucking off the chain, invading other countries. We have the highest incarceration rate of our own people. There's just like so many possibilities where it's like, yeah, for me, I would. Like I said at the beginning, I'm okay living in a place where they voted it out. You know, then I have the choice. I can move if I'm financially able and all that, but I want democracy to win. You know what I mean? And so I personally love that I'm in a state that like shares those values at least. Hugh, all the love. Oh, I wish I had a machine gun. Get out of town. And you know, a well-armed society is also a more polite society. I love that phrase. That may not be true, but if you know everybody's carrying, you know, you're probably less likely to rape a girl if you think that there's a great chance that she has a gun on her. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that changes your calculus.
Again, if she has a gun on her, she has a handgun. She doesn't have an assault rifle.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, the only point that I saw that you gave is the fact that if there was some sort of real army-like force going against you, and you had to defend yourself, okay, that I can see it being justified.
Happens all the time. But, historically, all the time.
Actually, just to set it, there actually is no such thing as an assault rifle. It's a rifle, and still you use it aggressively, and then you're assaulting with the rifle. I mean, like, there is no such thing as an assault rifle.
Well, but there's rifles that are made more for hunting, and then there's like rifles that are made for combat, and I think that's the classification.
It looks scarier, so it pushes a lot of people away from it, but it's the same thing. I mean, it actually has smaller bullets than some of those rifles that you're talking about for hunting.
Right. No, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not.
For us, normally, we see no difference in it. We just see it as anything that's not a handgun, that's not a shotgun, is an assault rifle.
It's actually more mass shootings committed with pistols than rifles.
Really?
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. There's way more people that die from handguns all day long, besides than ARs for sure.
And they really are like countless stories of a good guy with a gun stopping a bad guy with a gun. Like there's like some crazy incredible stories. One of my favorite was in Silver Springs not too long ago. This fucking retired plumber, like a 56-year-old man, one of the like biggest mass shootings, I think Florida was, I think Silver Springs. I'm messing up some of these minor details, but it'd be easy to find and corroborate. But they were like mowing down, like I want to say they were near 24 people, and a little girl ran to this plumber who was in his garage, and this motherfucking plumber grabbed his fucking AR-15, ran across the street barefoot, and took down this shooter who was like on his way to have like the fucking even crazier high record than he had already accomplished. And usually when the cops stop a guy, it's usually with a gun. It's not with, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm glad we can all have this conversation in a respectful, even-toned way, because people, there could be some heavy feelings on it for sure. For sure.
Upset, man. I'm the first one out there in the front of those lines pushing debates and conversations, man. I get bricks through the window. I get like threatened. I've had guns pulled on me. Oh yeah, I'm there, man.
Man, I love that shit. Then you a soldier, man. You a soldier. Go ahead.
Are you voicing these opinions like in public?
Well, yeah. I'm kind of. I don't push people to have conversations about it, but if I hear people talking about it, I'll kind of jump in, or and then say, if you even say in the wrong, well, not really now. But a little while ago, if you said that you were for Trump, I mean, like you were, you better. And I'm 6'4", 225 pounds, or maybe 230, around there. I mean, they're not gonna mess with me, but they damage my things. They damage my car, my truck, my things.
That's wild, man.
Did you wear the red hat, bro?
Oh yeah, I got the official Trump hat. I got everything, dude.
Yeah, why not, man? I got plenty of.
You got balls, man. You have some serious balls.
I believe in the guy. I really do. I mean, everybody's corrupt. Even Trump's corrupt. But I mean, I still believe that he was more aligned with keeping people in this country healthy than what we got now, for sure as hell.
Yeah, I wish I could believe he wasn't working with the blue guys too, though, man. When I saw, like, for me, what ruined it, and listen, I believe both sides are paid off. I truly believe, by the same people. But whenever I watched him as he was growing, as he was rising, ascending through his fame, like through his first campaign. And so I studied the motherfucker. I was like, he is a phenomenon. You know, I'm psychoanalyzing everything like y'all are. And so I'm watching this guy, and for me, I drew some early conclusions that did last, some early negative conclusions that lasted. But with all that aside, it's like, well, no worse than the other guys who are all saying the bullshit line. But when I saw him go around America and have people chant "lock her up" to Hillary Clinton, right? Now these are lifelong friends of his that he is very on record with being friends for a long time. The very first interview he had as president-elect, the very first one, about 22 minutes in, this interview is actually really hard to find. It should be historical and really easy to find, but it's a 60 minutes interview. You'll see if you look it up. It's challenging to find, but you can find it. About 22 minutes in, I have the link. He is asked, what are we going to do about the Clinton family now? What are your plans? Very first interview as president-elect, he said, I think they're a nice family. We should leave them alone. I think they've been through enough. I think we should back off. It's like, it's just so interesting to see and so classic. And then you see like him continue the same policies that the blue assholes had, and then the red guys came in after him, or the blue guys came in back after him and like continued those same policies. And they're all friends. They're all hanging out. He was on Epstein Island just like everyone else. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. It's
I know Bill Clinton was. For sure.
No, Trump was too. There are so many pictures of Trump and Epstein together. Fox News actually fucked around and showed a picture of Epstein and Ghislaine in a picture together, and they had cropped Trump out of it. That is a real news story. You can go and find that out. But there are lots of like above ground verifiable pictures of them together. He was on Pleasure Island, and rolling with the same people.
I can't say he was on it, but I mean, I know a lot.
For sure, I can verify that.
They all congregate. All of the high status people congregate. Now to say if he actually went there or not,
I can verify that. Yeah, no, there's flight logs. His information is in there. There's a lot of public record. It's easy to find.
Yeah, release them flight logs. That's what I'm saying. Like
the flight logs are released by and large. That list, though, you're right. There is like more like definitive list that they won't release to the public, and it pisses me off. No matter how much the world is not going to forget Epstein didn't kill himself, they're not releasing the list. And it's like, Europe has had this happen where giant sex rings are discovered and broken up. There are lots of big examples in England and Germany within the last decade of huge sex rings being broken up. This is not conspiracy. Like, you can find like BBC, you fucking name it, Independent, The Hill, whatever. All the different conflicting sources, you can find legitimate arguments showing these sex rings being broke up in Europe. And so it's weird. We have this huge sex ring thing come out in America, and we know there's a list, but we're not seeing the fucking list, and we're not being told like what's happening, or even given a hope that there's giant sex rings coming down. There's, like I said, it's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. There were some big ones over in Europe and over the last decade where like high-ranking members of government in collusion with orphanages. This is not made up. This is real. Orphanages, child services, churches, you name it. All the different fronts. I mean, stuff that's way weirder than Pizzagate. You know what I mean? Like way kookier. But until there's like literally 60 elected officials going to prison in 1 week, and like, front news stories about how they were fucking kids and trading them on. It's wild, man. It's wild. It's a weird world.
That was actually one of my pushes of the difference of the corruption between America and China. Like in America, we all know it's bad. It's bad. They keep it under the wraps, but they do it. But in China, they probably have like entire ranches of kids to fuck. Like that's like the difference of corruption.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to see. It's hard to say because there's for sure a lot of money into making our people believe that. Like I grew up watching cartoons of like people in Chinese labor camps, right? Seeing all this unfair shit. But then I grow up and I realize that we literally have 1/4 the population of China, and we have twice the amount of prisoners in our country. We are the world leader. That is a fucking stone cold fact. 4 times.
Wait, hold on. Don't they assassinate people a lot? I mean, death sentence a lot of people.
Dude, China. I can show you a video right now.
Martin Luther King.
They're actually, because of the one
JFK.
China for so long. They have a one-child policy in China, and they had that for so long that their ratio of men to women are screwed up. So what they're actually doing is they're actually going down the street in vans, pulling women right off the road, kidnapping them, and putting them in these farms and having sex with them and pumping out tons of babies. One actually got loose and ran up to this fireman, was hugging him and like, please help me, please help me.
Now,
But
see,
they're like pumping out babies illegally, like
It's
raping,
hard-
and I mean that's
It's hard to see
you know,
what's
they have so many
propaganda,
cameras
though.
There.
We-
They have so
we've-
many cameras. It's not like they don't know who's who. They can look at your face with a camera and know exactly your who you are, your social security,
Right.
everything. About
Well, you got to be mindful. America has that too. They have a credit system, the social credit score system, and it's like this new thing that's coming out. But we've had credit for a long time that determines like what kind of house and car and all this stuff that you can get. Over in China, it's like there's propaganda to make you believe like a lot of stuff, like assassinations. Our president was assassinated, you know, just one generation ago. Martin Luther King was shot in the middle of the street. We have like all these like political targets that get assassinated here and abroad all the time. I'm not saying China doesn't do it, you know, but like there's literally nothing that they do like that. We're not emulating ourselves. And we're like making
No. This is a new level, brother.
well, hear me out. Okay, so here in America, as late as the 70s, they would literally take poor women, mostly women of color, but just poor women in general, and they would literally sterilize them without telling them that. They would open up entire hospital wings inside of America and give radiation to pregnant women to see if their children would survive. Like the amount of experimenting that we've done. This is not conspiracy stuff. I could prove everything I've said with legitimate sources. This is all stuff that
I
we've,
believe you. Also,
No, it is
I
true.
think that happened like the 70s or 80s or something, right?
which is just one generation ago, and that's the stuff that's been declassified and that we could prove. So it's like we have to appreciate that we've not busted them for nearly a portion of what they did 50 years ago, but just the
There
stuff
was
that
this
we
one
see.
test- There was this one test they did where they were testing like black men that would sign up and they would they'd pay them money. and
Atomic
stuff.
soldiers.
They would take tests on them while they had some type of disease or
Yeah,
they actually
tuberculosis.
gave them
That was like
hepatitis.
in the 1920s. Syphilis, and they would let the
That's it.
yes, but there and see that was the 20s. But as recently as the fucking 70s, there's like women alive now who are suing the United States government because they were sterilized without their consent. Yes, he's talking about Tuskegee, but that was back in the 20s. So even as recently as the 70s, they've been sterilizing poor people without their consent. Now just imagine what else they're getting away with. We engage in all this war, and all this shit. It's just like whatever they're saying about China, we've got to really keep an open mind about, because it's like they seem to operate very much the same, but they're more open about it. It's like instead of sterilizing you, they're like, we're running out of resources. You got to have one kid. You know what I mean? Like it's more open. It's like if you want to live a good life, like this is like where you got to be. In America, it's like these hidden systems and these quiet things. You know what I mean? Like if you want upward mobility, that credit score becomes like pretty fucking important. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's weird. It's weird.
It's just crazy because, like I said, I live in the hood though, and like if you're white and you live in the hood, and especially sure as fuck if you have a Trump hat, like all the black dudes, man, like I've had a gun pulled on me for driving while white. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things that happened, they're not going after the leaders. They're not like holding them responsible.
Having us
They're
fight each other.
holding the closest white guy around them responsible, and that white guy, I didn't do anything. Like
Well-
that's where I have an issue.
Well, and just know it is unfortunate that you are a victim of circumstance there. It is unfortunate. To in all fairness, there are plenty of places across the world. Like if you look at a map, election time will show you this. It's like most of America is red, and then there's blue cities. Like that's like it's like weird. Like whenever you look like which counties voted red or blue, and you do a zoom out of the map, it's crazy. It's like all of US is red, and then the cities is where mostly the blue is. Now it's going off majority, and there's still blue people in it, or whatever. But it is. I have crazy country family, like I said, casually violent. We've all fucking lived through the projects, and we came from Detroit and fucking came down here. And but these crazy redneck motherfuckers out there, it is legitimately dangerous to be a Biden supporter. Legitimately. These motherfuckers they're the poor whites out here that ain't got a lot to lose out in these country, bro. Cracked out and part of their motherfucking brotherhood and their real groups that meet up. My aunt, I swear to God, my aunt was killed by Aryan Nation. The man was tried on trial. I could give you references if you want. And she was shot, had her legs broke, and was ran over. I could literally send you the information. You could easily find her name in news and shit like that.
Why?
she was dealing in some of the hardest shit you could possibly deal in, and supposedly, and she was like almost 50, okay? Supposedly, somebody in Aryan Nation got word that she snitched, and that in an affidavit or something, a lawyer disclosed it, and that's why they had her killed. And the guy went to trial, you know, pled guilty, all this stuff. But there's like very real groups out in the southern areas. It's for real. Most murders go unsolved. This was not one of them, luckily. But it's like close to half, and sometimes more than half, go unsolved. It becomes, all that to say, it becomes, legitimately dangerous to represent the other side. You know, people become victims of their circumstance if they truly feel gung-ho about the blue side. There's some dangerous parts of the country to roam in. Most of the U.S. map.
The most toxic aspects of society are most concentrated in poverty-stricken areas. I mean, like the do-rag, gold teeth black guy is the same as the dirty wife beater white
Exactly.
guy.
I had this conversation today with my homie, man. He was like, the hood has a certain thing. All that. I said, listen, I promise you, poverty equals crime everywhere in the world. Now, there's some historical precedents for things, and there's like certain situations and whatever, because he was calling it like the hood was like a cultural thing. I said, it's not. There's beautiful culture, and every skin tone has beautiful, fucking civilized, unifying, building up culture and all that stuff. It's poverty. And concentrated poverty looks different than poverty out in the country. Most of poverty out in the country, there's a church on every block. There's like tight family groups, you know, and people looking out for each other. It's a different thing. It's not always like that, but it's more common. But whenever you get into projects in inner city, like suburban areas, concentrated poverty where you have, the square mile per capita is just like significantly higher. You have a lot more people packed into one place. That's when poverty gets scary, because you have really desperate people who find, you know, the competition for the black markets gets really ugly.
So by that standard, it seems the more spread out people are, the more control they have over their kids and the ideas that are running into their kids' minds. The more concentrated people are, the more it kind of just gets loose and crazy.
Depending on where you're at in that social structure, you know what I mean? If you're able to afford to live well inside of a city, you can give your kid a very cultured life, you know what I mean? That's just like full of different people and ideals and opportunities, you know?
I will admit, I think I've lived in a privileged situation, because like the fact that I lived in New York, I didn't know that the rest of America, actually a great majority of the world, you guys kind of live in a not mixed areas where mostly it's one demographic. If it's either white or if it's black, and there's like probably a sprinkle of something here or there.
That's the way.
I'm really used to having just different demographics all around me. When I went to Colorado, it was very different. It was, like I said, it was just one type of person. And I'm adding on to this because I wanted to get back to the whole Trump thing. I am not politically savvy. I don't know that much about it. And I never really care to really pay attention that much either. And I don't think anybody's going to make me pay attention to that much, because I don't think I'm smart enough to really make a great decision.
You are, but yes. I mean, it's totally fine to opt out. Yeah.
And the only thing I noticed, like there's presidents that come and go. I don't think they really mattered. But when it came to Trump, I don't think I had anything against him. The thing I didn't like was that made me scared was I didn't know that racism was still around. It's really stupid, but like since I lived in New York, people can't be outwardly racist because everybody's around you.
Right.
So if you were to do that, you'd be angry all the time. So I've never really seen that. So whenever I saw somebody talking about, oh yeah, the white man's doing this, oh, it's bullshit, it's just people being stupid. I thought black people were more racist than white people, because I always heard black people always saying
critical things of white people. Right.
I should mention that I'm black, by the way. Okay.
Did you say you're black, Villanors?
I'm black, yeah. So
okay.
I just wanted to say that so when I saw that, I always thought, oh yeah, racism is gone, and the old people that were racist were just gonna die away, and we just live our lives and everything would be cool. But then when Trump went into power, people came out of the woodworks. I didn't know the KKK was still around.
It sucks because Yeah, keep going. Yeah, right. That this shit was out there in full force. Yeah.
And then they were out of the woodworks. They're saying this is our time now, and I get it. It makes sense because they were afraid. Right before then, who was in power? A black man, and they were afraid of that for years. They're saying, "Whoa, we don't want a black man to be in power. Be bad. And then he finally came in power, and then now it's like, dude, we need to like complete change. And then a woman was gonna come to power. It was gonna be Hillary. No. Trump all the way. And then so then he was their hero. And I felt like I was kind of like looking to see what was gonna happen. And I was kind of researching his stuff, and I wanted to see if he was gonna disclaim these people or say like I have nothing to do with these people.
Right.
But he never really did.
Yeah, he did immediately. Several times I've seen it.
Well, he's referencing the safe statements that were made to find people on both sides, and he played a very
he denounced the KKK multiple times. I mean,
right,
the first time immediately, but the media cut it out. That's what I'm saying. This is what
there was a lot of game. Yes, there was a lot of games played and false shade thrown different ways. What's unfortunate is that time period really did. It's like Trump could easily be seen as a catalyst for bringing out these ideas, but there was also a lot of moving parts that were moving, and it's hard to say how prevalent they would have been anyways. Let me say this. When I moved here from Detroit, I started out in California. I got put in foster care in California, and then I got flown out to Detroit, and I lived there for like 5 years before I moved down to Florida. I got in foster care, blah, blah. So anyways, my time in Detroit, that's where I started school, where I learned everybody. I lived downtown. I didn't realize that racism was real. I'm half Mexican, and I was the lightest motherfucker in my school. I could show you yearbooks where it's easy to find me. It'll take you 4 seconds. You just kind of skim through the book till you see a light motherfucker, and it's me. You know what I mean? And I didn't realize that this shit was so prevalent and so real. And the N-word was something that was like part of my vocabulary. The fucking with the A at the end. You know what I mean? It's part of my vocabulary. It's only been the last couple years that I've really let that go because it's not worth the fight and the tension. But for me, it's like when I came to Tennessee, I said it a lot, and it wasn't until like somebody, like some kids got offended, some white kids, like, I can't believe you're racist. And I'm like, wait, what is this motherfucker's problem? You know what I mean? Like, I have no idea what they're talking about. And then like from there, moving around and seeing stuff, it's like, yeah, becoming enlightened. Like, I had one kid who wanted to fight me, a white kid, because I called him my N. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, man, don't you call me that. I'll fucking beat your ass. And I was like, whoa, are you serious? Like, what the fuck? Time out. Like, yeah. And so, yeah, it's hard to say how much of a catalyst that the man was, because the stuff was always brewing. You know what I mean? Those groups that killed my aunt, it wasn't because of Trump. They were a very live and well. Okay. Story time. Real quick. I've literally been offered in my life, to my face, the chance to move meth for the Aryan Nation. I literally have had a friend's father who's very real into this, and him and his son, they both work in different kind of markets. I grew up in crime families. I just know these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, and within like 3 years ago, I got propositioned. There's very real organizations that were lined up and lubed up, fucking forever ago and for a long time. So it is fortunate to not see it though, or, not fortunate, it just is what it is. I lived in very extremely different places. But with all that, guys, listen, I am going to have to head out of here. You guys have been fucking wonderful. I'm going to send y'all to another Final Fantasy streamer. Dude seems like a cool guy. So feel free to say hi to him. You guys have been wonderful. I'm going clubbing on here tomorrow night. I'm good to keep talking the shit. So big shouts out to you guys for fucking stimulating us.
Check out my YouTube video, dude. Or my
you're a YouTuber. Oh, nice. What is it?
Politics.
Please, thank you for saying. It may take me till over the weekend to get to it. So I'll leave it unopened until I'm ready to pop it open.
Do I put it on the little comment section on Facebook? Where do I put it?
On my Discord. You can send me a Discord would be best. To drop it in the promote yourself section on my Discord. Or you can message it to, that's if you want everyone to see it, or you can just throw it in the chat, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Or you could send me, you could send me direct links, and then I'll
I'll send it everywhere, brother.
Thank you, and I will get to it before Tuesday. Y'all have heard me bitch about how busy I am with the kids and the stream and all that, but for sure by the end of the weekend, I'm gonna view it and give some feedback, and I'm excited and pump it up and share it around. So thank you so much, man, for coming out and hanging. I hope y'all keep giving me such good thought provoking. I love what the fuck just happened. I don't believe in either side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly don't. And y'all
Trying to be in the middle, man.
y'all accept me.
Me too. I don't.
Y'all
pledge
accept
allegiance
me.
to either side either.
Well,
love
it's
the
interesting
conversation.
though, because
Very
y'all
well.
definitely came at it with red blue energy. And I'm not mad at it because both have very valuable contributions. It's a real conversation that should be had. Should we have guns? Should we not have guns? Should we be allowed to say these things? You know what I mean? These are important conversations to have.
I'm the motherfucker that wears a Black Lives Matter shirt and a Trump hat at the same time, and I just watch people's brain explode.
I would wear neither. I would wear neither, man.
Love
I wear
that.
both. I mean, I know Black Lives Matter is bullshit organization. I mean, it has a good cause, but not the organization itself. But if they want something that makes them feel like people support them and care about them, fine. I'll give it to them, sure.
Dude, I think did y'all get rated? Y'all did get rated, didn't you? Okay. Are y'all still? Are any one of y'all on Twitch right now?
Nah.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
It's okay. I got to see if I rated this guy. I think I did.
I'll bug out too, brother. It was good talking to you guys.
Dude, I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah, I was just seeing if I hosted these guys successfully. But yeah, y'all have a great night. All the love, man. And I'm so glad that we could have this kind of like just open conversation, these back and forth ideas. Like, really, I really do appreciate it. But
He's so bad. I've been holding it back for so long. My voice is speeding up. You can tell.
he's 6'4" with 5 pounds of water to come out, man. Get out of here, man.
It's coming. It's coming. All right, guys. It's good talking to you.
All the love, man. Be easy. Oh, be kind to yourself. Be kind to other guys. Hey, yeah. All right. We are out of here. We are done. See you guys. Bye. Let's see. Okay. I think I should have streamed him. Rated him, I mean. Let's see. Wow, okay.